What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix,
staring at my brow while whining and dining. Didn't see the poison dart hidden in the lining. Dropped down one, I polish up the bottle. I think I hear the guards in the yard of the brothel bar. Why? Lows on fire. I do what I have to do to survive. Work on stop, pretty lady, look. You think you're gonna take me, but you're never gonna take me alive. Suits, naked on my back, the jokers, the lost got left in the back, left, right. No one's on fire, black widow, know to keep my eyes on the prize. Where I'm stuck, pretty lady, look. You think you're gonna take me, but you're never gonna take me alive.
What a shame.
Pain, 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 pain.
What a shame.
It's Moneybox! And here's a message from our sponsor TVP.
Manifest Clive and Marcini.
Indeed. Thank you very much for the 3-month subscription and... Good evening, 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 good evening. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Game Night on Thursday the 28th of August. Lovely to see you all here. And apologies, I had a couple of gremlins in the pipelines. I built the operator now, so OBS recognizes it as a game and it just tries to capture the first one it sees, which means it's not capturing the graphics like it should be, which is kind of annoying actually, because it means I need to go to studio mode and set it each time. But there we go, we can't have everything now. Where would you put it? Also, apologies that a bit of question data got corrupted somewhere. It was absolutely fine in the pack, and thank you very much to Fluffy Bunny for providing those crickety questions to kick our stream off in Plinko. Machine feeling a bit stingy tonight, it would seem, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Thank you very much to Fluffy for the questions and for your forbearance with that small error. Yes, and then I'm playing music through YouTube, so you got a bit of an advert as well. Not the most smooth start to a Thursday night stream, but I'm hoping it's all uphill from... Uphill? All downhill. Smooth sailing. No, uphill. I don't want it to be all downhill from here. That means bad. Hope it's all smooth sailing from here. Come on then, you. Oh, you're such a fidget, aren't you? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at this doggy dog. Are you going to host? Are you going to co-host, are you? What's the code? NNLJ. Yeah, and I pushed some changes to the Unicon as well, so everyone's going to have to revalidate if you're using the WebGL version. A couple of people had a couple of gremlins, but it should make it more robust, because, yeah, well, I don't know, we'll see. Keep me posted over the course of the stream. Ah, yes, you do need to resubscribe if the adverts have just finished. That's a thing. The adverts at the beginning. It means if anyone's joining late, because I mean, I am starting unfashionably early today, or fashionably early. But it means anyone who's coming to join now doesn't have to sit through adverts for the next hour or so, which is good. That's Twitch policy, isn't it, Prugs? I mean, the alternative is it just puts adverts in halfway through, or anyone joining halfway through gets ads when they first come and join. I'd rather play them over the opening titles. But yeah, subscribe button is right there if you would rather avoid them. That is the one of the perks you get if you choose to subscribe. Anyway, let me say hello to you all. Good evening, JR and SJ, Shapes and CJ, Ukulelist and Matt, Prugs and Fluffy. Good evening, Cola and BC and Oni and Silver Electron, Pyro, Pygmy and Kurz Took and Toot and Solomon, Conradlac, Flyboy, Stimpson's Angle, Colin, TVP, Lupine, Clayton, Lewis, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are all most welcome to be here. Welcome to Moneybox. We've got a pack written by Arun Aromatics. He's come back this season to write. We had a risky business pack from him earlier in the season, and we're looking forward very much to seeing this Moneybox pack tonight. It's been proofed by Inca, and I had a quick glance through it. There's some really, really good questions in here, so I would strongly recommend you coming to join in. Something else you may have spotted, there's a new reward. And I probably should have made it so you can only claim one per stream. I'm not entirely sure if I can do that, but you can either cash in 1,000 pennies, which a couple of people have done, and I will pay out in just a moment, or you can cash in a random amount of pennies between 500 and 2,000, I think it is. And Lewis is going to test that out for us. I will let you know, Lewis, I will refund it if you don't want to go through with it, but there is a bell curve. There's a slight bell curve. There's a 50% chance it'll be between 500 and 1,000, and there's a 50% chance it'll be between 1,000 and 2,000. All right, so it's a 50-50 that you'll get more than the regular 1,000. It costs the same. No, but one of either per stream. Yeah, okay. And I have to do these one at a time, otherwise you'll get the same random amount when they come in. So let me do Lewis's first. Let's see what random amount Lewis is going to get. 880 pennies. That's not too bad. Well done, Lewis. Lupine wants some random pennies as well. What would you like? Well, what are you going to get? Random pennies for Lupine? 939. It feels quite in the middle tonight, so that's always good. And then 1,000 pennies going out to Clive, Colin, and Lewis as well. Clive and Colin and Lewis have 1,000 pennies as well. There you go. Just a quick reminder, if you would like to play Moneybox and you want to be in the hot seat, you're going to need a microphone and you're going to need to be in the Persephone Shared Discord, which you can go and join right there. It's on average more. That's on average more, surely. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually. I should probably think about the numbers again. Well spotted, Lewis. I will finagle that. I didn't want to make it between 0 and 1,000. I mean, I could make it between 0 and 1,000. Pray, Darkblade, welcome both of you to the stream. Nice to have you here. I've got 10 or 11 eligible players in the lobby. I'm going to pick somebody in just a moment. Last few opportunities to come and join the game. This pack of Moneybox has been written by Run and proofed by Innis. So come and join for what promises to be a super fun game tonight. I'll give you a few more seconds to come join. Me should be 1,000, just got to sort your standard deviation. No worries, Clayton. You can always pop back later on, because yes, we've got Bidding War coming up a bit later on tonight. Welcome to the stream, Clive, as well. Yeah, Bidding War later on, as written by Stimpson's Angle, who's sort of looking to do the treble tonight, because he proofed Plinko, has written Bidding War, and if he can pull a gold medal out of Moneybox, paid to taste new Wendy's food. Approved by Cola. I beg your pardon. What did I say? What did I say, Lewis? I'm sorry. I'm at 6s and 7s today. I'm just sort of all over. Apologies, Cola. If I've got that wrong. Right. So Plinko was written by Fluffy, proofed by Simpson. Moneybox has been written by Arun and proofed by Cola. Inca's proof Bidding War later on. Sorry. Getting my proofers mixed up. Simpson's Angles written Bidding War, proofed by Inca. Moneybox written by Arun and proofed by Cola. Right. Now I've got all that sorted out. And I watched. Yes, you did indeed, Mickey. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Right, last 30 seconds. And then we're going to get on. We'll pick our first player. And if you are not lit up, then you have a chance of coming into the hot seat. If you are lit up, then if you're lit up in red, then you won't be picked, but you can still play along in the behind-the-scenes lobby game. Where there is still a gold, silver, and bronze medal available. But of course, big pennies are available in Moneybox. It is sort of the jackpot game. That was its working title for a while. So, welcome on in, 8 Minky. Right, 10 seconds, and then we're going to get going. It's only 20 past 8, so I feel ahead of schedule. Even if my overlays aren't working, my graphics are all over the shop. Is the Unicon being fine? Does it seem to be working now? I know a couple of people had some teething issues with the latest update. Sounds got well ahead of the insert. Ben looks like he's might have got 80s top of the pops. Okay, that's good. I wasn't in the studio last time I did this, so I kind of need to go back to the pot. It only needs opener. It needs well, you might be picked, Tony, or you might be picked to partner up with someone else who's picked. Let's find out as we pick our first. Well, first of all, I need to lock the lobby. There we go, lobby locked, and let's pick a player to play Moneybox tonight. It is Praycast. Welcome. You have been chosen to go into the Moneybox. Let me just share my screen real quick. I need to turn on virtual camera. There we go. I don't think players are going to have audio in the broadcast studio tonight, which is a shame because things are broken, but I'm sure we'll manage. Hopefully Prey is going to be coming into just being sound tested by Lewis. So adjust your viewing settings to 18 plus. That would be my suggestion, given we've got a Praycast here. Voice chat's died. VC's died? What do you mean it's died? What, the room died? Well, that is no good, is it? Oh, all of us predicted Prey.
Yeah, they all did, by the way. Every single one of them did.
Let me just unmute you so people can hear you. Prey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we can hear you now. How are things?
Things are good. I literally said in the general voice chat, it's like, I've never been picked for this before, and I've always wanted to be. So hey, I'm here.
Here you are. Your chance to see if you can take some money out of the money box. I just going to go to the medal cabinet for this game because it's quite an interesting read. Of course, the maximum prize in this game is 15,000 pennies, but top of the leaderboard at the moment is 6,100. That's what you're going to be chasing after to try and get to the top of the leaderboard tonight. If you want to beat me and Bash, you need to get 126.
Got it.
That's your target.
There's the bar.
That's the bar. 125. Anyone else you think you'd quite like to beat? Anyone you got in mind you think you'd like to beat?
I mean, honestly, just get onto the leaderboard at this point.
Onto the leaderboard. Well, we've got eight entries on the leaderboard. Where you aiming for? Where would be nice?
At least about mid.
About mid.
Middle of the leaderboard, I'll take.
So if we come fifth, that would be right slap bang in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fifth at the moment is Tipster and Lupine with 2282. So
okay,
you get
Tipster. I've got to beat him.
Okay, so that's the goal. Beating Tipster at 2282. Fantastic. That's what we will aim to do. Of course, you don't face the money box alone. You get to bring somebody with you. And tonight you have got a choice of JR, Clive, Proof, Shapes, TVP, Oni, Lupine, or Darkblade. Who would you like to be your partner in Moneybox tonight?
I mean, he already knows that he's going to get picked. Oni, get in here.
Oni, let me set him up. Oni91_573. And of course, last time we played Moneybox, Oni was heckling with me on this side of the fence. But it looks like this time he's going to get a chance to be. I set force player. My computer is telling me I will attempt to select Oni91_573. So let's bring Oni into the studio. There he is. Oni, come on down. You have been selected by Prey to partner up. Oh, now is not the time to sign me out, Google. Why?
Oh no.
Why you do this? It's fine. I've got the notes elsewhere, but it's still more than mildly irritating. Hi, Persephones. There we go. Right, we're back in now. Fantastic. So, just gotta... Here he is. Welcome, Oni, back into the Moneybox studio to find your bottle opener.
There we go. There we go. Oh, bollocks, I dropped it again. Shit. No. There we go. Good.
I've just been told I need to turn
goes.
Prey up slightly. So, Prey, I'm going to whack you up to 150%.
Are you sure you wish to do this?
I'm not entirely sure I wish to do that, if I'm going to be completely honest, but chat demands it. Is that any better? Chat, you're going to have to tell me. I can hear both the guys just fine, but you're going to have to be my ears in the audience here if they're too... I mean, I could turn the Discord players up here. Oh, no, I know why. It's because my feeds are all wrong, because you're coming through desktop. Prey, say a thing.
Oh, a thing.
Better? Could you say another thing? Could you say an extended thing?
This is very much now an extended thing. It's
fantastic.
A good thing, a very good thing.
Better than it was. God, everyone's a critic, aren't they? Oni, can you say a thing?
This is a thing. We might extend the thing as well later, depending. Actually, I'll just give you an extend the thing already. Are you happy, chat? Are you happy now?
I was apparently I was in the green room by accident. Have moved you to the broadcast studio. Thank you very much, Lewis. Appreciate that. Right. I think this is just setting the tone for the sort of level of Moneybox we're going to be having tonight.
And also in the green room, we were singing at each other in Italian.
Right. Any particular aria you had gone for?
Espresso macchiato.
That is not an aria. Is that Puccini's from Madame Butterfly, is it? Espresso.
No, it's by the Estonian Tommy Cash.
Espresso macchiato, a cappuccino. Yeah. Anyway.
Mio more, etc.
Finicula. Right, anyway.
Two.
I'm going to show you some instructions in a bid to at least attempt to start the stream. Here's how to play. You need to select a coin to go into your Moneybox. Make sure you keep your Unicons open, because you will need them to select coins and to select the category. Answer the question correctly, we add that value of the coin to your jackpot. Get it wrong and the coin goes out of the game forever. And beware of the killer coins. There are 4 of them in the game, which means we're going to pick at least 1 over the course of the game, if not 2 even. Answer a question incorrectly with a killer coin in the money box and you'll lose half of your accumulated jackpot. Remember, you're trying to save 2 of the categories for the end game questions. Ideally, at least 1 of them you would think you'd have a bit of a decent knowledge on, but that's the idea of the game. Only I know you've played before.
Screen in Discord, Tar.
I can.
Yeah, we have stream in Discord.
Oh yes, I did have it, and then Lewis moved me.
Yeah.
You've got screen, but probably not sound. For
right.
reasons best known to voice meter. Right, Oni, I know you've played before. You know the rough. You've played twice before, I think, in this new software.
No, I've played once. I've been on the other side for it.
Oh yes, okay. So you were on the other side last
stream.
stream.
On the right, I was in that chair.
You were in that
casually throwing peanuts at JR the entire time.
That was when you and JR played together. You got 21-13, so that's a target for you to try and beat. And of course, Prey's looking to beat Tipster at 22-82. We'll see what happens. I think there's going to be full of chaos. Guys, are you ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, let's play Moneybox.
Fun thing is, this isn't a room pack, isn't it?
It isn't a run pack, and we have
And
got
the
a...
last time that Prey and I did in a room pack, it was 5 minutes to a fortune, and we set all the records.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can do the same tonight. We've got a bit of a theme going on with the board here. Categories are I Have a Dream, Money, 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 The Winner Takes It All, Dancing Queen, Knowing Me, Knowing You, Fernando, Honey, Honey, I Do, I Do, I Do, I Do, I Do, He Is Your Brother, Happy New Year, Thank You for the Music, and Waterloo. So that's the board. There's the categories you're going to be selected from. A bit of an ABBA theme pervading through here by the looks of it. Your values ranging from 50 at the bottom end right the way up to 2,000 at the top end. 12 values in total. You're going to pick 10 of them to bring to the money box, and with any luck we will get some really big money and be able to keep hold of it as well. That's the nature of the game. That's the scope of the game that we're playing. Let's go to the money box, and Potato, which I believe is Oni, you have the first pick of coin.
Alright, chap.
On the left-hand side, the orange one. I'm going to give you a few seconds to have a discuss, see if you've got a bit of a strategy about what you want to leave. Hereafter, at this point, you'll only get 10 seconds, but have a little chat if you've got a strategy, and then let me know a category, or just pick one.
So, music, sure. Money, I would like to... The thing is, as good as I am with money ones, I feel more confident having it in the sort of, if we desperately need to bank some money, put it in there and not have it as an endgame one, I think.
I have a sneaky suspicion Waterloo is going to be on the battle of
Yes.
Waterloo, sure.
Because we know Arun and he would rather die than ask a Eurovision question.
Wow!
Dancing Queen?
I have respect for that.
You're so lucky we're not in person, mate.
All right, where are we
thank-
starting? Where are we starting?
I'd like to leave money, 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 and thank you for music for later as our emergency categories.
Okay.
Here's Your Brother. I'm sort of. That might be my first.
Just get it out of the way, maybe?
Well, Prey, you've got ultimate control over the category here, so...
You take the first one you don't want, so don't listen to me.
All right, sure. Anyway.
He Is Your Brother is the first category selected. Just a little word of warning, wait until you hear that ping noise. That means the audience timer has locked, after which, I mean, you can discuss before that ping goes off, but if you're 100% sure of an answer, don't explicitly say it until the audience timer's up or I prompt you. You remember, you have got a poll the audience, or a straw poll option, if you're not sure and you want to get their opinion before you lock in your answer. Our first question category is He Is Your Brother, and your options are a machine gun or a sewing machine.
Oh.
Interesting question. And the question is, the Japanese electronics company Brother Industries was renamed to this after the success of an early product. What was the original Brother? The Japanese electronics company Brother Industries was renamed to this after the success of an early product. What was the original Brother? Was it a machine gun or a sewing machine? You have got 45 seconds to discuss. Audience, you've got 15 seconds, and your time starts now.
You know, you said about the ping.
Yeah, you're
Indeed.
going to absolutely...
Oh,
You won't be able to hear it.
Yes.
I will relay that information to you.
Yes. But it's basically it's 1/3 of the way down the clock because it's 15 and 45 in it.
It's, yes, and right there goes the ping. So,
I know
floor
it.
is yours.
Is it a sewing machine?
It is because Ellie and I are really into our cosplay, and sort of the World Championship of Cosplay is the World Cosplay Summit in Japan, and some of the prizes that they give out are sponsored by Brother.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. I'm completely fine with that then.
Well, that sounds like a fairly
it's
solid
Brother,
start. Are you happy for me to lock in a sewing machine?
Yes.
Okay, I will lock a sewing machine in. Let's see what the audience thought as well while we're here. Very much agreeing with you. 90% thought it was a sewing machine, 10% thinking a machine gun. Only sounded fairly confident, and with good reason. It is indeed the right answer.
Yeah.
Founded in
Yep.
1908 as Yasui Sewing Machine Company. Was yes, the original Brother was indeed a sewing
Wouldn't
machine.
have put it as early as 08, damn. Okay.
1908. That's what these weird things like Nintendo was founded before America or
89.
something, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, 1889,
It was
because it started off being a card game company.
It was definitely before the Declaration of Independence. I have it on good authority. Nintendo's
Same
been
as
around.
the Eiffel Tower was built.
Yeah. Oh god, that's mad. Anyway, we've got all 12 values still available. It'd be good. We've got a right answer, so it'd be good to find a killer at this point. Let's find out. What did we bring to our money box?
And everyone that bet on us, congrats for the micro pennies.
Yes. It's a good start. 350. That is among the top 10 values. It's not a killer, so there still remains 4 killers, but it's cash on the board. Let's add it to your jackpot.
We're on track to beat Ash and Ben.
You've already beaten us by over...
Stop the count. Stop the count.
More than 100% more than what we got already, but it's still very early on in the game. Let's go back to the money box, and Oni, your turn to pick a coin.
It's me
I already
to pick
did
a
it.
coin,
Prey,
actually.
your turn to pick a coin. It's all right, we'll edit it out in post.
Let's go with right blue.
Right, blue, and in it
Oh,
goes...
I see what you're doing here.
Oh, that was actually not intended. I trust me.
I mean,
that
I
was
like
not
it.
actually intended.
Orange and blue,
10
good little
10
combo.
seconds to discuss where you want to go, but only you've got control of the next category.
Right, is honey going to be about food? Because if it is, I want to
Possibly.
leave it a bit. For the ones that I'm not quite sure, I'm thinking I do. Because if it's going to be a marriage stuff, I don't feel all that confident with that.
True. I mean, if you want,
So I'm
we get it
gonna
out of the
put
way,
that.
and hopefully it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I do.
If it's wrong, and if it's a killer,
I do.
we only lose 175. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, let's take a look at the options. The giving of rings,
Yep.
the proclamation, and the question. In a Church of England marriage ceremony, which of these typically happens first? 45 seconds to discuss. Audience, 15 seconds, and your time starts now.
So when was the last time I actually... when I was with my ex, yeah, she was Anglican. And I did a fair few weddings then. I don't know what the proclamation is.
Well, I mean, you've got...
Ding!
during the
Time
when
up
they're-
for the
thank you.
audience.
During the time that they're giving the rings, that's when they give their vows, right? As they're...
It's the with this ring, yeah.
Yeah, with this ring.
So will it become before or after it? I know we've got like 10 seconds left, so...
I think potentially after it.
I think, yeah, I was thinking proclamation first.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go with that proclamation.
Yeah, it's a soft timer, but they'd like, yeah.
Proclamation? Just
Yeah.
to clarify, we're after which of these typically happens first. We're going for the proclamation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will lock the proclamation in. Let's see what the audience thought.
Unless it's after that they do, it's a declaration of marriage, and then who knew? But it's alright, it's early days. If it's alright to be wrong here.
The audience, 63% think it's the giving of rings. Now, I knew this before the question came up, which is, I mean, obviously I had a glance at it, but obviously this is slightly my area because I've probably played at about 300 Church of England weddings over the course of my career. So I know what the answer is because it's in front of me, but I can also reveal that the correct answer is...
This is why I've never
okay.
been married, by the way.
Giving of rings, yes.
Engaged twice, married none.
What was your worst Church of England wedding and why? Ask me again on Saturday. Because I've got one on Saturday, which might be a contender. Either that or possibly my own. But yeah, no. So
Wow.
the form of it goes. Normally, there's a sermon, and then you will have the exchanging of vows, which is I X Y Z take you ABC to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Oh,
then you have
proclamation. Is the proclamation by the power invested in me?
He's doing it.
Then we have the exchanging of the rings, and after the exchanging of the rings, we have the proclamation, which, as you've correctly pointed out, Prey, is by the power invested in me by the very bitter man at the office of giving me the power to officiate, I now pronounce you husband and wife of those whom God has joined together. Let not man separate, or let
By
no
the
man put
power
asunder.
invested in me, back to boss.
Well,
Yes.
they're invested in me by a dodgy
actually-
RTD2 phone vote.
The actual line in the Church of England is before God and this congregation X and A and B have declared their love for each other, they have confirmed their love by the exchanging of vows and by the giving and receiving of rings, I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife. So that's the official line.
Damn it. I wish I.
Oh, when we get married, when me and the missus get married, we're eventually just going to do it in the style of Bullseye. You done it. Miraculously right. Now bog off.
Can't be bad. Cucumber sandwich, cup of tea. Thank you for coming. Bye. Now,
cucumber. I'm not that.
You got it wrong. But we're going to hope that this is a low value. Ideally, not a killer, though. There's a killer wouldn't be good at this time, but ideally a low value as well. Let's see. What did you bring to your
50 and a killer?
Yeah, 50 and a killer would be great.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. What did you bring to your money box?
Damn you, Church of England!
Yes, gents, it's the 1,750. It's the second highest value in the game. And it's also not a killer, so your money doesn't go down, but I'm afraid that is a good chunk of change that you're about to lose from the game. I'm very sorry, we have to lose the 1,750 from the game.
Well, you're not, are you?
Jack Wilfred, welcome to the stream. If you'd like to come and play, there'll be a room code on the screen in just a minute. You'll need to re-verify the Universal Controller because it's had an update. Let's take a look at the leaderboard, see how everyone is getting on. Tale of two halves broadly. A few people getting that Church of England question. Ben, CJ, Clive, Fluffy, JR, Marcini, Matt, Prugs, Ralph, Stimson, Toucan, all on the maximum of 2,100. Shapes getting the Church of England question, but not the first on 1,750. You two getting the first, but not the second, along with AB, me, Clayton, Colin, PE, Solomon, and the ukulelist. Conrad, Darkblade, and Flyboy yet to score, but we've still got another 8 questions to go. Right, that's in the past. There were still 4 killers in the game. 10 categories to choose from. So, to our money box, and Oni, next coin, please.
That's the fun part where we've got the nice little strata before it begins to go all soupy. Yeah.
The purple one on the lower left, and a category, 10 seconds to discuss a direction.
Wonder if Dancing Queen's going to be like potentially on Strictly.
If it may be, where do you want to put it? Earlier or later?
I don't know. I'm not really a Strictly watcher.
Neither am I. So
not strictly a Strictly watcher.
Oh my goodness me, no.
The things I do with words.
Oh, fine then. So
Dancing
By the way,
Queen.
he hit that button with his forehead. Just want to let you know.
Let's take a look at your options for Dancing Queen. Queen Boudica of the Iceni. Queen Cleopatra of Egypt. Yeah, I was going. Which of these featured on Strictly Come Dancing first?
honestly, if that's the question, this is a banger.
That would be a great question. The question, in fact, is which of these queens was born first? Queen Boudica of the Iceni, Queen Cleopatra of Egypt. You have got 45 seconds to discuss. Audience, you've got 15 seconds to get your answer in. You've got a straw poll available, and your time starts now.
I've got an inkling. One of the things to remember is that, Iceni is ancient Britain.
Right.
I know when I say ancient, it's still...
Time. Straw poll now available.
It's still very much around Roman period, I think. It's sort of around about year dot. And the Egyptians have gone like 4,000 years. And there was a bit of Rome in there. So it's going to be close, but I think that it's Egypt. I think it's Cleopatra was first.
I'm happy to go with that. I don't really have an inkling. So I'm happy to go with that judgment.
And also Azerbaijan's best Eurovision song, Cleopatra. Yep.
What are we going? We're going with Cleopatra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll lock it in. Let's see what the audience thought. It's pretty even Stevens. In fact, it's almost exactly neck and neck. Boudica of the Iceni just eking out at the front of the poll. 55 plays 45%. Let's take a look. What was the correct answer? Hey! Right, yes, Queen Cleopatra of Egypt. You were right that it was close, Oni. Cleopatra around 70 BCE, Boudica around 25 CE. So you weren't a million miles off when you said the year dot. But yeah, just this side of the Roman calendar for Boudica, and Cleopatra about 100 years before.
With Mark Antony, so it would have been during the Roman Empire, which would have been like about 500 years BCE to 0. So yeah.
Good logic, and you've found your way to a right answer now. More importantly, what did you bring to your money box?
1,000 and a killer.
2K and a killer. Split the difference, 1,500 and a killer.
Right, 2K and a killer is right.
Alrighty. And the worst part is that over half of the people hit the killer instead of the 2K. Oh no.
Yeah.
Ooh,
oh no. That is that is a big
What a shame.
moment. That is a terrific shame for those who did miss out on that, but for you guys, that is a terrific news indeed. It's 2,000 being added to your jackpot, and it's a correct answer on a killer, which means there's one fewer killer in the mix. Very well played. Let's add 2,000 to your jackpot.
It's hard not to be smug at this moment.
You're up to 2350. Don't worry, it can still all be lost. But for now, you're at 2350, and it's time for another coin. And pray, your choice.
Let's go. You know what? Left green.
Left green, in it goes. And 10 seconds to discuss, and then only you've got control of the category.
Alrighty.
What are you thinking?
I have a dream sort of playing on me there.
Could I have a dream potentially have something to do with Les Mis?
Either I have a dream of Fernando, the two I want to get out the way early.
Then I'm happy to do one of them this turn, one of them next.
Yeah, Well,
I have a dream, is the question. What did you say you thought this might be about, Pray?
I have a feeling that this might be about Les Mis.
Okay, well, let's see if the options and see if that fits with that theory. Act
Yes,
1.
it does. Where did this song fucking
Act
go
2.
in the musical?
And the question.
Damn it!
In the 1980 musical Les Miserables and his orchestra, when is I Dreamed a Dream sung? You've got 45 seconds to discuss, 15 seconds in the audience, and your time starts now. Straw poll will be available when the audience time
as a new
expires.
resident Les Mis expert, pray, what say you?
I'm trying to remember where the actual cutoff
Straw poll
is
available.
for Act 1 and Act 2. And I have a sneaking suspicion it's once the barrier is built, once the barricade is built. So something is leaning me towards Act 1 in terms of this, for that song to
This is all you, mate.
be sung. Because it's a sad moment, it's sung in the rain, I have a suspicion Act 1.
Alrighty then. I mean, I was going to say Susan Ball, so it was Britain's Got Talent 2009.
We're going with that one.
I think Act 1. Because I think I'm almost certain that the cut-off between acts is once the barrier is built. Because then they have to go to break so that they can put the...
Redo the set.
Yeah, redo the set for the barricade.
I'm going to lock in Act 1. I'm going to tell you that is where the interval is, at the end of the barricade scene. You're absolutely right. Inverse with the audience this time. 55% going with you this time. 45% going against you with Act 2. I have a note here that I maybe should have read beforehand. If players have no clue, you could ask them to think of the spirit of the song and where that might appear. You've gone for Act 1, and I can tell you the correct answer is... Act 1.
Hey!
Very well done there, Prey. It's it's sung by Anne. Well, it's not sung by. It's sung by Anne Hathaway in the film. Characters. I think the character's called Fontaine, and it's made famous by Susan Boyle. Britain's Got Talent in 2009. To my shame, Fontaine, yes. I've never actually seen Les Miserables and his orchestra, though I have played most things from it. One of the benefits of running community choirs. So, but yes, you got the right answer. Now, there's still a lot of money up there, and you've taken out the two top values already. One of them went into your jackpot, one of them did not. Let's see if we can find another one, another high value, and it would be a good time to find a killer right about now with the correct answer. Let's have a look. What did you bring to your money box?
Yeah, it's right now. If we can start knocking out the killers, I think that's more important than cash right now. Hey, there you go.
Will you join the barricade? Who will be strong and stand with me beyond the bar? No, will you join the The new brigade or something. Then join in the
Yeah,
fight that will give them the right to be free. Do you hear the people sing? Yes, it's a killer, and it's 500. Killer on a correct answer is very good for you. Half the killers are now out of the game, and it's another good value. 500 again. It's in the top 10 values that you need. Let's add it to your jackpot.
Moneybox version, so you hear the killers sing.
Lewis remarking we edge ever closer to Quiz Night the musical.
Quiz Night the musical.
I'm going to make it happen. Samster, welcome to the stream. Now, let's take a look at the leaderboard after 4 questions. Looks like we've got a couple of players with what could be a maximum score there. Ben and Fluffy on 4,600. You guys are actually in second place. Potato and Prey, 2,850, along with a Minky. We've got Flyboy on 2,500 currently in third. Most players now with some cash. Conrad still with a bit of work to do. There's still 6 questions to keep building that jackpot up. Now, I'm being told by the log there is 5,400 left in play and a potential jackpot of 8,250. That is the maximum you can win if you make the right choices and answer the questions correctly, which would put you at the top of the leaderboard. You're doing very well for now. I think we should pick another coin to go into the money box. And Oni, your choice. The purple one on the right, and in it goes. 10 seconds to discuss your category, and then Prey, you've got the choice.
Well, I believe we already know what we're going for, and I think it's Fernando on this one, just to get rid of it.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the options for Fernando. The ABBA song Fernando is released. Fernando Alonso is born. Now, what does Fernando Alonso do? He drives a car, doesn't he?
He drives a very fast car.
Now, I know, Prey, you're a bit of an F1 fan, if memory serves.
We both are, yes.
Oh, Donnie is as well. Okay, so you've got at least half of the options should be covered here. Let's take a look at the question. Which of these happened first?
Okay.
With the event out of those two that happened earliest in time. You've got 45 seconds to discuss. Audience, you've got 15 seconds. I'll let you know when your straw poll is available, and your time starts now.
Right, how old do you reckon Fernando Alonso is?
He's probably going to be his late.
He's in his He's defo in his 40s because he's older than Hamilton, and Hamilton's 40.
Yeah, so I think he's closing in on. I think he's closing in on his 50s.
And Fernando
straw poll available.
I think 77. So that would put him at it at 48. I think is the bellwether there.
Is Fernando.
I don't think he's pushing 50. I think Fernando was first. I think the ABBA song came before Alonso.
Well, then we'll be going for the ABBA song, right? If
it happened first, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, what we're going for? The ABBA song?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
I don't
lock
think
it
it's coming
in.
near 50s, no.
And let's see what the audience thought. That number's going up very, very quickly, which suggests a strong majority of the audience, 88%, agree with you. Let's see, is that the right answer?
And if he's wrong, he's wearing it. Yeah.
It is absolutely right.
And if he's wrong, he's what?
He's
He wears
wearing
them
it.
well.
He's wearing it.
That's what happens when you're a millionaire, I
Que
suppose.
grande
But,
les magique.
when did you say you thought the song was released, Oni?
So, I was going to take a punt that it was on the same album that Dancing Queen would have been, so I would have put it at 77.
76, so off by 1.
Ooh.
So not a bad guess. I mean, if you had to put a year of birth on Fernando Alonso, you know it's later than 76. What would you say?
81.
Absolutely right, 1981.
Ooh,
Very
okay.
good. Very good indeed.
The year that ABBA split up.
How curious. I wonder if there's a connection between these two events. Almost
Yeah,
certainly.
he was responsible for the album The Visitors. The song One of Us. Yeah, it's about that.
We should investigate. Well, we're doing well. We've got 2 killers out of the game. Let's see if we can continue to increase by a significant amount, and even better if we can find another one of those killers. What did you bring to your money box?
150.
A little more than that. It's the 1,000. Yes, it is the lowest of the 4-figure values, and is one of the highest values left in the game, I think, because we've already taken out the top 2 in one way or another. It's not a killer, so there are still 2 killers in there, and it is. I will remind you, it is possible to avoid both of those remaining killers. Depends on how you choose. But for now, let's add 1,000 to your jackpot.
This feels nice.
38.50 is your current jackpot. 4,400 left in play, and still that potential of 82.50. So, second half of the pair, and pray your coin.
That one.
Orange on the right, and it goes. 10 seconds to discuss, and then only you've got choice of category.
Oh, you picked the orange one. Oh no, it's Max Verstappen. Anyway,
I think this is going to be one that we might have to use one of the ones we're saving.
between all of these, I feel least confident with knowing me, knowing you.
Sure. Go for it.
This is the point in the game where we've got to start thinking, do we want to leave the ones that we're less certain about and take a risk towards the end, because you've got some quite good money up there, and of course if you hit a killer now it's going to be more damaging than if you hit it on, say, the first question. But we've gone for knowing me, knowing you. Let's take a look at the options. 1865 and 1925 are your options. They are indeed numbers. More specifically than that, they're actually years. And your question... In what year was the knowledge, a requirement for London taxi drivers, introduced? 45 seconds to discuss. You have got a straw poll after the audience time expires in 15 seconds, and that time starts now.
Right.
And Jogging, welcome to the stream.
Yes.
So the thing is, the taxi, it's known as like the hansom cab, and it used to be a horse-drawn carriage. So it's not necessarily
going
a car.
to be... Yeah.
Time up. Straw poll available.
I think when...
Yeah,
Hello,
is that
Huds.
Is that going to sway us?
Well, the thing is, the knowledge being a knowledge of knowing where every street in London is, and given that it's sort of like, in 1865 it was the most important city in the world. It's a hard one, but I'm siding towards 1865.
Well, we could straw poll it if you want.
Yeah, straw poll.
Yeah, straw poll.
Okay. Also, yes, Huds, thank you for the belated birthday wishes. I hope you've had a good summer break, my friend. Welcome on in. We're going for a straw poll.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the audience thought before you commit to an answer. I'll give you a few more seconds to discuss. Straw poll results.
Oh no, I don't like how that's going up at the same pace.
Got that 55-45 split again. Now, we've had two of those already, and once the audience was right and once the audience was wrong. Only you were leaning towards 1865. The audience is just leaning towards it, and they would have been cut off before you gave your explanation. So they haven't been swayed necessarily by your conversation. It's up to you two.
I'm happy to go with it if you are.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm pretty much 55-45 confident as well. So it's a bit of a coin flip here, and thank goodness we're getting away with it now instead of in the final, eh?
And on the plus side, if it is wrong, you can now blame the audience.
Cool.
Also true, yeah.
Here we go for 1865.
Yeah.
Let's lock it in. So we already know the audience results. They slightly favour this. Now, you were thinking this is to do with the horse-drawn carriage, which is what hansom cabs used to be. 1865 would be presumably before the invention of the car, so...
1886 was the first car.
Let's see if your hunch was right.
Hey.
Was, yes. Little has changed since 1865. It generally takes 3 to 4 years to complete. Thank you, Cola, for that extra information on that question. Yes, 1865 was the right answer. The audience were correct, just as were you. Now, 50, 100, 150, 650, 850, 1250, and 1500, and 2 killers still in play. It's a right answer. So a killer now would be a really good, very strong position. Let's see, what did you bring to your money box?
Predict 850.
I'm
Oh, okay.
Not as much as that. It's a bit of a bittersweet
killer?
one. It's only 100, which is the second lowest value in the game, which is going to reduce your maximum jackpot. But, as you pointed out, it is indeed a killer. There is now only one killer left in the game, and you've got another 4 or 5 questions to go through. So, this puts you in a very strong position.
Eliminating the killers is more important than getting the cash, because we've already got quite a bit of money in the kitty right now.
Yeah. So if you sort of flatline for the rest of it, you're already at a happy point if you can keep it at that high level. It's only 100, but let's add it to your jackpot.
So the minimum we're taking through is 1975.
Absolutely right. Yes, 1975 is now the minimum you can take through to the final. You don't necessarily win it straight away, but that is the minimum you'll be taking through to the final. 4250 left in play, and a maximum potential jackpot of 8200. So it's going down just ever so slightly. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. We've had 6 questions, so we're into the second half of the game. Ben is leading by quite a long way, 5700. You guys still in second with 3950, and we've got Fluffy in third with 2800. And of course, these will all convert into pennies if you can keep them. So it's a big cash payout sort of game. Okay, your final 2 pairs of questions. Let's start with another coin in the money box. And Oni, it's your choice.
Oh, it is me. Okay. Oh. I was going to say pick the one that's left over, but there's 2 left over.
3 on each side.
Yes.
Going for the blue one on the left, in it goes. 10 seconds to discuss your strategy, and then pray your choice of question.
It's at this point, it's sort of...
So we think honey's on food, money obviously on, well, money.
Music.
Thanks for music. Waterloo on the Battle of Waterloo.
Waterloo is probably... Well, Waterloo winner takes it all. The 2 that I'm thinking, But
Dark Blade, thank you very much for that
you
follow.
like that.
Where are we going, guys?
Do you want to go Waterloo?
Yeah.
Waterloo is loaded. Let's take a look at the options. Battle of the Boyne, Battle of the Somme. And your question: which of these battles occurred closer in time to the Battle of Waterloo? Your straw poll has been used, so you won't get the ping. Audience, you've got 15 seconds. You two have got 45 seconds to discuss, and your time starts now.
Oh, I must Battle of the Boyne.
Oh, these ones are not.
That
Battle
was when
of
England... Battle of Boyne, was that when England fought the Irish?
Possibly.
Because Battle of the Somme is World War One.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
thinking.
going to be 1917, I reckon.
Audience time is
Battle
up,
of
so
the
feel
Boyne.
free to drop spoilers.
Ooh, I think they're both going to be either side. I'm not too great
Yeah.
of... I'm feeling more Boyne than Somme.
I don't know. I'm feeling more Somme than Boyne.
Ooh, this is a straw
got
poll
contention.
right here, wouldn't it?
And I do need a decision.
Oh man, because just something about it. I don't know. I'm thinking Battle of the Somme.
I need an answer.
I tell you what, yeah, you take it, Somme.
Right,
Somme?
Battle of the Somme, lock in.
Okay, let's lock it in. And let's see what the audience thought. It's quite a high percentage. 65% think the Somme, 35% the Boyne. Let's take a look. Were you and the audience right?
Oh, nice
Were-
one, mate.
Good hunch there from Prey. Yeah, Battle of the
Saved
Somme.
my ass.
You're quite right. It was World War One, 1916. So that was 101 years after the Battle of Waterloo, which was 1815. Battle of the Boyne was 1690, so 125 years before Waterloo. And you're right, it took place between the forces of the deposed King James II and those of King William III, who, with his wife Queen Mary II, had acceded to the crowns of England and Scotland in 1689 during the Williamite War and the 9 Years'
Oh, it was
War.
before... Oh, okay, so it was before James VI became James I of England. Okay.
No, that was 1605, because he was the gunpowder plot man, wasn't he?
Something
And
happened
you-
at 1701. Which one was...
Lots of things, I'm sure, happened in
fair.
1701. Well, there was 55 years.
Numbers.
55 years before Mozart was born. I can give you that. It is a right answer. And AB Me, welcome to the stream. What did you bring? Let's see. What did you bring to your money box?
Go on, big numbers. Big bucks. No
Knock out the
whammies.
last killer. Knock out.
No,
We get neither.
It's about as bad as it could be, really, with the right answer there. It's not the last killer, and it is the bottom of the game, but it is still positive money. It's more money that's being added to the jackpot. Let's add it there now.
big
We're up
bucks,
to
no whammies.
4,000. We've got a nice round number. And it's also worth saying now, your minimum cash value on the board is 150. You've got 150, 650, 850, 1250, and of course that 1500 is still there as well. One killer amongst them, and 3 questions to go. We're at
And I've got to
4,000.
say, getting us onto a flat 4K, I think that 50 was worth it just for the
I think it was.
aesthetic
It's a nice
Yeah.
round number. There's a lot of 50 values still there. But your maximum potential jackpot is now 7,600, and there's 3,600 left in place. So, Prey, your turn for a coin.
I'm going to hedge a bet that the killer's right there.
In the red one on the left. Okay, 10 seconds to discuss, and then only you've got choice of category.
Isn't the role to avoid the killers?
No, it's fine. We're going to get this question right and knock it out, mate.
Fine.
So-
Either for me, I think it's either going to be Happy New Year or Winner Takes It All. I feel a bit less on that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, the winner takes it all. Let's take a look at the options. Pritzker Prize, Sterling Prize. Do you know anything about either of these awards?
Oh, hell no.
Nope.
We're not going to have a very good time then. The question: in 1989, Frank Gehry won which of these prizes? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you to discuss, and that time starts now.
Okay, well, who
So
is
what we're
Frank Gehry?
asking is for its architecture.
So which of these is the prize for architecture, basically?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Right.
I have a lean, but that's also because I've got a dodgy leg.
But what are you thinking?
I don't know why, but something is leaning me towards Pritzker.
Same.
I don't know why. I think I may have heard in the ether somewhere the Pritzker Prize for architecture.
I feel like the wrong answer is going to be literature, because both of them equally sound literary. If you're going to do it, well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with it as well.
Yeah, let's do it. Pritzker.
Pritzker on just a
Yeah,
good
Pritzker
feeling
Prize.
in the ether. I mean, it would have been much easier if you know. So which of these is one of these prizes? The Nobel Prize for Architecture or the Nobel Prize for Peace? Would have made this question much easier in many respects,
would
wouldn't
have
it?
been a banger question. Gonna be
Great question.
They do need to do a Nobel Prize for architecture first.
They would. Well, look, let's lock in Pritzker Prize and let's see what the audience thought. It's a dead heat. It is a dead heat, 50-50.
Oh, imagine if we saved our straw poll for that.
We did it. First time it has happened in 8 questions, so it's always nice to see when it does. Let's see, were you
Come on.
right?
Come on.
Yes!
Were.
Yeah.
Now, it's really interesting. Only you said you think the wrong answer is going to be a literature prize. The thing
It
is,
feels it.
both of these prizes are technically for architecture, but the Pritzker Prize is awarded to architects and the Sterling Prize is awarded to buildings.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh.
So it's one of those. It's a sneaky question. I think from what I glanced, it felt like one of the harder ones in the pack. I wouldn't have had a clue for what it's worth, but
It's the only one that I know for architecture they don't do anymore because it's the Carbuncle Cup, which was the worst new building in the UK.
what's that? What's something famous that's won that?
The walkie-talkie.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. And Andrew of Bob, welcome to the game. How lovely to have you with us, and welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. You got the right answer. Very well done. Let's see. So we've got 150, 650, 850, 1250, and 1500, and one killer amongst them. Let's take a look. What did you bring to your money box?
And there was also that Zaha
Did I
Hadid
predict
thing
the
where
killer?
she took Bournemouth train station and installed a big greenhouse to the side of it.
Oh, 50, okay.
Right in the middle is the
850,
850. To chat, Darkblade and Ukulelis, these Moneybox is a very specific style of question that is one that's designed to generate conversation and isn't just a you know it or you don't. That's why they're 50-50 options. So if you're feeling they're a little bit hard, and it's maybe one of your first streams, not all of the questions here are like this. They're very specific questions for this style of game. Just to address that.
This is one of those games where you're equally likely to eat gold or eat shit. And I've had both in equal pleasure.
Well, we're on a gold streak at the moment. That's
Pleasure,
another
not pleasure. I don't really have
850.
pleasure from eating shit.
Not quite. 850 going to your jackpot. I'm moving on rapidly. 4,850 is your jackpot. There is 2750 still in play, and a potential jackpot still enough to put you at number one, 7,600. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Hello, dog. Ben has still got the lead, despite conceding that they got that last question wrong. I think he sounded grateful that it wasn't a killer. You guys are still in second with 4,850. Fluffy in third with 3,650. Andrew and Bob, of course, just joining the game. Andrew, hopefully we've got a couple more questions to try and build up a little bit of money before the final. So, Dexter, get down. Now is the opportunity where you've got to think very, very carefully, because you've got 4 categories left: money, 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 honey, honey, happy new year, and thank you for the music. 2 of those you will have to face in the final, and the key to this is if you've got one that you think you're going to be fairly confident on, it would be a good idea to leave it for the final, because if you are sort of fairly sure on one, you can use that to get to the jackpot. Whereas if you get 2 questions you've got no idea on, it can be a bit trickier. So, for the final time for Oni, can you please pick a coin?
There are 2 of you and 1 of each. That's not fair. Right side only then. Alright.
Yellow
Off
on
you
the
pop.
left, leaving 3 on the right. 10 seconds to discuss the strategy, and then pray you've got control of the question.
Guys, when it comes to the final, I'm not entirely sure of any of these.
Because of the way the final does, I'd say if I have one that you're confident with and one you're not so, and I don't feel really confident with Happy New Year, I'd more happily have like either I'd rather have Money, Money, Money and Happy New Year as the final 2. If that's my choice anyway. But
Thank you for the music. I mean, I might at least have a chance. So in that case, do you want to get rid of Honey Honey?
yeah.
Alright.
One of their first singles, I think. Might actually be their
Honey,
first.
honey. Let's take a look at the options. 93 minutes or 123 minutes. 93 or 123 minutes. And your question: what is the runtime of the 1989 film Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? 15 seconds of the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and your time starts now.
Kel Swerve. Nice. Right.
So the main question you got to ask is, if you watched it, did you feel like it went over 2 hours?
I didn't see it, but considering how like a lot of Disney films, like sort of Disney adjacent films were back then, especially in the live action ones, the kids ones did tend to run shorter. So I'm feeling more 93 than 123.
I like that logic.
Yeah, kids movies in the late 80s, early 90s did tend to run pretty short. So I go 93.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
We're leaning towards 93. I have to say, I watched this film a lot as a child. A lot. Being a very big fan of it.
My live action one was Hook.
Hook, oh, what a great film that was.
Oh, yeah.
So Steven Spielberg, yeah, one of his finest
Run
hours.
home, Jack. Run home, Jack.
Yeah. Oh, Jack, home run. Yeah, that's the one. 93 minutes?
Yep.
All right, let's lock it in. Let's see what the audience
Couldn't
thought.
have done a 2 hour long. There were 8 kids in
83.
89. How's that attention span? Come on.
Well, it's even less these days, I think, in the TikTok generation. 83% thinking 93 minutes. Let's see if they and you were correct.
lot of it. Yeah.
Of course you were, yeah. So to all the people saying in the chat that not long enough or too long, a note here from Arun, you're not spinning that nonsense out for more than 2 hours, let's face it. But they did manage to spin it into 2 sequels, both of which have Rick Moranis in. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, and then Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, which wasn't as well known, and frankly wasn't anything like as good. I think... I thought there were just 3.
I've been to Disneyland in Florida, and there's the Honey, We Shrunk the Audience. That's a fun experience.
Well, maybe that. I mean, I could probably find this out for you because I've got all the information. Honey, We Shrunk series. I thought there were only 3. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchise. So you've got Kids in 1989, Blew Up the Kid 1992. Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, which was a direct-to-video 1997 film, and apparently there was also a TV series, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show 1997 to 2000, and there was of course the theme park attraction, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie set adventure, and as you said, Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. That
in Disney MGM Studios, because I remember going there in the 90s. I think it was probably still there when I last went in 08.
I really enjoyed that film. Far too much. Anyway, we've got the right answer. We've got 2 big values, 1 middle value, and 1 small value. And there is still a killer lurking. So let's find out. Now would be a great time to take out the final killer, because it would leave only cash for the last question. Let's take a look. What did you bring to your money box?
Come on, let's get the killer out.
12.50 and a killer. 12.50 and a killer, just to have a bit of things faithful in life. All right, okay.
That's about as much pressure as we can wrangle because it's the top of the game, 1,500, making your jackpot as big as it could be at this point. But it leaves that final killer there for that final bit of suspense at the end, and it might affect your strategy, possibly. Davidovich, welcome to the stream, and let's add 1,500 to your jackpot.
I mean, as it stands, it's a 1 in 6 chance of hitting the killer and it halving it.
I can tell you at this point you're on 6,350, which is 250 higher than the top of the leaderboard set by Huds and Hibby a few months back. If you can keep hold of this and win it in the final, or indeed increase it, you are going to the top of the leaderboard. Your potential is still 7,600 if you can find the top of the game, 1250. Either way, whatever you get on the next one, if you get it right, your minimum is 6,500, up to a maximum of 7,600 depending on the choice. However, if you pick wrong, then you will drop down to 3,175.
Which is still pretty bloody good.
Which is, to be honest,
if we get it wrong and it's the killer, we drop down to that.
Yeah. And that is still 4th place on the leaderboard. So you've got a 1 in 4 chance of finding the killer, and then a 50-50 chance of getting it wrong. So that's a 12.5% chance of dropping down. It's much more likely it's going to go up or stay the same. So let's for the final time.
It's 1 in 6. It's 18%.
So is it? 1 in 4 times 1 in 2?
1 in 3.
Oh, there's only 3 values. Yes, 18. Sorry, I can't count. Right, let's stop talking and let's start doing. Prey, final choice of coin, green, yellow, or red on the right.
Oh, man. Okay.
And John88, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the show.
Let's go with that one.
We're going for the red one on the right. We're leaving out the green and the yellow. Final choice of category. Pick carefully because the other 2 are going into the final.
I did say the 2 I wanted to leave at the end, and we've still gotten here. Do we pick one of them, or do we risk with Happy New Year?
Good question, actually.
Big decision. Which I am going to have to press you for.
Oh.
Coin my head's landed at tails. Happy New Year.
Oh.
Okay, Happy New Year. I have to say, this question is marvellous. Hats off, fully off to Arun for this question. Your options: Dakar.
Okay.
And Dakar.
Oh, okay.
And your question: Based on their positions relative to the international dateline, which of these capital cities would celebrate New Year first in any given year? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss, and your time starts now.
This is what I thought. It was either going to be New Year's birthdays or positions near. Kind of sad we don't have this in the final round, because if we have one that we're guaranteed to know, then it'd be a guaranteed jackpot. And I do know this.
Well, I will tell you that the audience time has just expired, so spoilers are welcome.
Cool. Dakar, spelled Dakar, is Senegal, so that's close to the UK. Dhaka is Bangladesh, so they will celebrate New Year first.
Alright, fair enough.
DHAKA.
DHAKA. Just to confirm, have I highlighted the answer that you want me to select?
You have, yes. Because there was the Paris-Dakar rally, which ended in Senegal. So it went down the...
Well, that's the time up. Shall I lock in Dhaka?
First and only given... Yeah.
Yeah.
It's locked in. Audience polling bodes well. 73% agree with you. Was it the right answer? Yes, it was. And what you've done only has saved me an awful lot of time by reading out everything I've got on my notes. Yes, Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh, which is GMT +6. Dakar, the capital of Senegal, which is indeed GMT. So Dhaka would celebrate New Year first.
And do you know where the Paris-Dakar rally is now held? Saudi Arabia. Because of course it is.
Of course it is, yes. Well, I mean, why else you would send everything else out to the Far East? Anyway, it's not the Far East, it's the Middle East. Middle East is Saudi Arabia.
They moved it a few years ago to South America because of rising insurgency on the Gap, that's sort of in North Africa, and then they moved it to Saudi Arabia because they paid money.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Right, 150, 650, or 1250. We're going up to either 6,500. Or 7k, or 7,100. I think, if my maths is any good. 7,600. Yes, possibly. Yes, 7,600. Yeah, I've actually got it written there. Well, let's find out which one it's going to be. What did you bring to your money box?
Big books, no killers.
Come on.
It's not, I'm afraid. It's a 150. If it's any consolation, that would have been one of the ones you needed in the top 10, but at this point in the game, it would have been nice to have a bit more. But hey, it's not a killer, so you did manage to avoid that fourth killer altogether. Let's add 150 to your jackpot.
That's nice, though. 6,500.
6,500, that's a nice
amount.
round number. And I have to remind you, that is not an amount that you will share. That is an amount you will get each if you can win the final.
This is insane numbers.
It would put you at the top of the leaderboard, 400 points clear of Hudson Hibby, and 6,500 apiece. Each.
Oh, it's like
Let's
Loco.
take a look. Let's take a look at the leaderboard going into the final. Ben is still in front with 7,400. You are still in second.
Ben.
Fluffy is still in third. Now take a look at your points, everyone, because that is the amount of pennies you could be winning tonight if you can succeed
you play your cards right.
at the Moneybox final. If you play your cards, wrong game show. So, if everyone is ready, 6,500 for 6,500 pennies and the number one spot on the leaderboard. It's time for the Moneybox finale. So, just a quick reminder of how this works. You are going to face both questions, but I'm not going to tell you the answer after the first one. We're going to wait until... Lock, start, go. Thank you very much for that follow. We are going to wait until you've answered both questions. Now, if you get both questions right on your first attempt, you win today's jackpot of 6,500 pennies each. If you get both of them wrong on your first attempt, you get the pity penny consolation reward, which I think is 10 pennies for every question you got right, or possibly
we got 9 out
like
of 10, so yeah, 90.
So yeah, something like 90, or it might be 50 pennies for every or 100. I can't remember the exact, but it's pity money. It's nothing like what we're talking about. Here's the twist: if you get one right and one wrong, I will tell you you've got one right and one wrong, and you will have the opportunity to swap one of the answers. Now, you can choose not to. You can say, okay, we've got one right and one wrong. I don't know which is which. I'm going to take half the jackpot, and you go away with 3,250 pennies each. However, if you choose to swap one of the answers, it's the same outcome as before. If you swap to the right one, you get it all. If you swap to the wrong one, you get the consolation. Are you both happy and clear on the rules?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Audience game, just a quick reminder, you may know the outcome before the players in the hot seat because you get an opportunity to swap before, so you might be able to work it out from some of the permutations. I would ask, until the game is fully resolved, please keep spoilers out of the chat, and by spoilers I mean even saying something like "gah" in the chat, because it just lets us know what's going on. So please, no spoilers in the chat from the audience, no reference to whether you've won or not until the game is resolved. Best of luck.
It's pretty much smart money. You don't say anything until we say something.
That's probably a good idea. Best of luck in the audience. Best of luck, Oni and Prey. Your first question is on money, money, money. Your options are the number of yen that are currently worth £1, or the number of pennies in a pre-decimal pound. And your question: which of the following numbers is larger? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and your time starts now.
Right.
Holy.
Right. Back of my head, I think I've got the second one, and I think I can work out the first one from it.
This might be all on you here, bud.
It open.
Audience time expired.
Number of pennies in a pre-decimal pound, 120. Number of yen that I think currently it's above 120 yen to the pound. Not by a lot, but it's above it. Yen's higher.
All right.
Happy to go with that,
I'm
Prey?
happy with that. Yep.
Okay, we will lock in, when the timer expires, the number of yen that are currently worth £1. And that's time. You sure you want to lock that one in?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay, let's lock it in. That's locked. And to our second question, which is thank you for the music. Your options are 10 violins or a concert harp. And your
Has
question...
more strings?
You got it. Which the following has more strings. 15 seconds, audience. 45 seconds for you, and your time starts now.
So does a concert harp have greater or fewer than 40 strings? That's what we're asking here.
Yeah, that's what we're asking here. Oh, and I
think...
It is a lovely question, Proogs. And Cola thought that as well in his proofing notes.
I think it's violins. I think a concert harp is high 20s, low 30s.
Yeah, because like the fact it's specifying concert and not like...
Yeah, I've seen the harp. Yeah, I think it's violins.
Yeah. If it was a standard harp, it would have, I think, a lot more.
These are two nasty questions to have in the final, because it's like I'm sort of 70-80% sure on both of them, but oh.
What are we going for?
Oh, yeah, 10 violins.
10 violins.
10 violins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's lock it in.
We've only got one question wrong all night. I really hope we don't have to make a decision here.
Well, it's time to show what you've locked in and review our options. Which of the following numbers is larger? You said the number of yen that are currently worth £1, and you dismissed the number of pennies in a pre-decimal pound. Which of the following has more strings? You said 10 violins, and you dismissed a concert harp. The audience are in the process of swapping their answers if they want to, because they have information ahead of you, and I will let you know when that time has locked. The audience answers have now concluded, so if both of these are right, you win 6,500 pennies each. If both of these are wrong, I don't know what you'll win, but it won't be as much as that. If one is right and one is wrong, you will have a decision to make. You could either walk away with 32.50 each, or you can swap one of the answers.
Oh, come on.
Let's find out. How many of those are right?
I really don't want to have to mix. Come on. No!
Guys, I'm so sorry.
What?
I'm so sorry. You've lost the lot. You will walk away with 225 pennies. You were very quick, and because I see the answers obviously as the questions come live. I can see what's right and wrong, and only you very quickly said there are 120 pennies in a pre-decimal pound. There are 240 pennies in a pre-decimal pound. At the time of writing, there were 200 yen in a pound. At the time of proofing, there were 198. Either way, it was still wrong. But yeah, I think because you were off by a factor of 2 on that one. It's and then the other one was very close. There were 47 strings on a concert harp, and as you pointed out, 40 on a violin. Oh, dearie, dearie
I'm sorry,
me.
Man. Yeah, this is all me. I've got to own up to it.
I will say my Q bar has changed to reveal both finale are correct, so there's a non-zero chance that I'm not going to be able to roll the credits at this point. But I'm going to click this button and see what happens. Oh no, I just revealed the correct answers. Yeah, the number of pennies in a pre-decimal pound and a concert harp were indeed the correct answers. Oh, boys. We were going so well. We were going so well.
We were we got 9 out of 10 in the first.
And you've gone from what could have been the top of the leaderboard with a score that was probably unlikely to be beaten for a while to second from bottom. But on the plus side, you did beat me and Ash. You did beat me and Ash. But oh my god, what a swing. The swings in this game, they are heartbreaking. They really are. I'm so sorry. Guys, I have to let you go.
This is one of those games that I need a bit of a walk after, but I'm too full up, so I can't do that. Now what do I do?
Man. I just have that feeling of just gutted.
Yeah. It was just you were playing such a good game, and it's all come unstuck at the end. But you go away with 225 pennies each and lots of happy memories, I hope.
Great.
I hope you've had a good time. I've honestly, despite the ending, I've had a marvellous time. And it's been a pleasure to have you both here.
Great fun, but
great fun.
I'm gonna let you drink a consolation beer. Yeah, next time. Guys, I'm gonna pop you back into the green room. I'll let you go back to the general chat or to lick your wounds privately from there. But
and then when you drop him into the green room, he'll be able to unleash all the several F words that he has been holding out for the past
yes. I appreciate you hanging on to them, guys.
Sorry,
thank you. Thank you so much for playing, and we'll see you again soon.
Take it easy, man.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, absolutely devastating. But, oh, God, I'm trying to... Oh, they found their way to the green room. Oh, but that is the way it goes. It is a very, very swingy game. It is genuinely upsetting to see, but, hey, it's good television, though. Am I right? Now, of course, everyone at home wants to know what the final scores are on the leaderboards and who's going away with our gold, silver, and bronze medals. Well, I can tell you that the gold medal is going to Ben, and he's getting 7,400 pennies to go with it. Fluffy takes the silver with 5,300, and it's Solomon who takes the bronze with 4,825. They will be added to the medal cabinets, and the pennies will be added to the bank as soon as the credits roll. Flyboy, Clive, Darkblade, PE, Matt, CJ, and Proogs looking like they had a happy ending with those final 2 questions, and everyone else taking a bit of a dip. It is a very swingy game, but that is the point of it. A couple of windfalls going into the penny bank after this game, but I hope you've all had fun. Thank you very much, all of you, for playing. Can I also extend my thanks to Arun Aromatics for an absolutely delightful question pack, and enormous thanks as well to Cola for proofing as well. Thank you to both of you for your efforts. An absolutely marvellous game of Moneybox. It's a shame we had a bad ending for our players, but top draw questions, so thank you both very much for your efforts. We're going to take a little break. I think we need a little break after that. I'm going to go grab myself another cider. I would encourage you to go to the loo and get some more snacks, get some more drinks, stretch your legs, whatever you need to do. We're going to be away for about 5 minutes, during which time, if you're not subbed, I will play some adverts, but we won't start the next game without you, which is going to be Bidding War, which has been written by Stimson's Angle, and this one has been proofed by Inca. It should be a great game. We've had one great game of Moneybox. I'm looking forward to another great game of Bidding War. That'll be coming up in about 5 minutes' time right here. It's been great chatting with you all, and don't go away. Just go stretch your legs, like I say, get some drinks, get some more snacks, and we'll be back with even more game night in just a few minutes' time. Thank you all for playing Moneybox. Absolutely devastating game there. In fact, that is going to probably be the bonus message. I don't know if I spelt it right. In fact, I'm going to make sure I do spell it right. Yeah, this is one of those words I can never spell, but... Oh no, I did get it right. Devastation. Type that, get 62 pennies. We're going to play some adverts, or you can have some nice electro swing while we're waiting if you are subscribed. And we'll be back with Bidding War in about 5 minutes' time. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
I stare at all the books on the shelf on how to help or better myself. A lot of good they've done, another one's gone to hell. I've been jilted again. He packed his bags and left miscellaneous.
Jilted by JP Prelim from the Smooth Swing Whale playlist. Great song, this. Found it by accident one time. I don't know if it feels appropriate after that game of Moneybox. Thanks again to Arun for a cracking question pack. And commiserations to Oni and Prey. Now, continuity. I've got a bit of continuity to do, so we'll run through it quickly. First and foremost, if you are a question writer, well, you can join the Discord. If you're a question writer for this community, odds are you're already there. But Season 20 writer requests have gone out, and it's quite a short cut-off. Because I need to block the season before Season 19 finishes, so the writers can get ahead of the curve, because I'm only taking a week off in between seasons. And Season 20 is a long season. I think there's 87 packs in total required. It's going to encompass the... I was going to wait for the track to finish, because I'm slightly shouting over it. And it's good. I want to listen to it. Yeah, there we go. Nice fade out. Thank you, fade out. Yeah, so it's going to encompass, I think, 87 question packs over the course of Season 20, which is going to include the 500th episode of Game Night, which is episode 1 of Season 20, plus Quizmas and the Christmas Day stream, all of which need packs for them. So basically, Season 20 is going to run until the end of the year, from the beginning, or sort of September 20th, I think, is when I'm back, right through to the end of the year. So if you are a question writer, and even if you only want to write one or two and you can't write them immediately, if you can't, maybe, you haven't got free time till, say, November or whenever, that's fine. There is a box you can fill in that says, don't give me any packs for the first few weeks. I really need some writers, basically. I've had just over half a dozen responses so far in the last couple of days, so... yeah, sounds mad. Looking forward to doing a Christmas Day stream. I think it's going to be fun. So if you do want to write, even if you only want to write 1 or 2 packs, there's a lot of warm-up games. There's about 21 warm-up games, which are shorter writes, normally easier to cobble together. So even if you're new and you've not done any writing before, really good opportunity. Head over to the Discord. Get yourself the question writer role and do submit that application form by the end of the weekend. I will plug again on Saturday, but it'd be good to see some more requests coming through. So even if you only want to do 1 or 2, because as you know, this whole community is well, it's community powered. The trivia certainly. I just knock the software together and occasionally send people a message saying thank you for the questions and move things around. I very occasionally write myself, but from a trivia point of view, we have very, very high standard of question writers here and question packs that come through Game Night. So in order to keep that standard, though, there then obviously need to be checks and balances, and I need time to prepare it all. So if you would like to write some questions, do send that form in, and I look forward to hearing from you, because without them, the stream simply can't happen. It's as simple as that. Fold's armor looks a very high standard. Lewis's red pen is at the ready. Yes, Lewis, one of the proofing and moderation team. Elsewhere in the world of quiz, Ash put out an announcement this week. Our famous friend Ash the Bash, who has been off and doing a lot of Final Fantasy during his downtime. I actually met with him a couple of weeks ago. I was up in Sheffield, and we went out for lunch and had a lovely time. He's doing very, very well. And as you saw, if you're in his Discord, he is going to be returning to host Quiz Night from Wednesday, the 17th of September. So that is the same week that Season 20 is going to be starting, Season 20 of Game Night. So he's going to be back on Wednesday, the 17th of September. On Friday the 19th of September, and someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure that's when Euroquision is on Ash's channel. Let me give him a shout out, in fact. Shout out AT_Bash. So yeah, he's back Wednesday the 17th of September. I don't know what it's going to be yet. He hasn't put a schedule together, though. I know Outright has been promised, because he's redone the client end control for that. I don't know if he's rebuilt the entire software, but very much looking forward to that. Euroquision then on Friday the 19th of September. That'll be his second one back. And then you've got my 500th episode on the 20th of September, which is the start of my Season 20. So yeah, it's there's lots going on. So do go and give Ash a follow if you're not doing so already. We look forward to seeing Quiz Night back on our screens very, very soon. As for the last bits of Season 19 of Game Night, well, we've got Bidding War coming up in just a minute. Then I'm back on Saturday the 30th. No warm-up game on Saturday. We're straight in with a triple feature, starting with Danger Zone. which has been written by Lingo Maniac, and also, incidentally, Lingo Maniac, welcome to the stream, along with Not a Cat and Silent Marine. Welcome all three of you. Great to have you here. So yes, we've got Danger Zone by Lingo Maniac, and thanks to Cola for proofing that one. We've got The Purge by Lupine, and thank you to Topper for proofing that one. And we've got Spotlight by a bit of everybody. So that's this coming Saturday, the 30th of August. Danger Zone, The Purge, and Spotlight. Sounds like a very serious stream to do. Pop along for that. If you're just here in the week, next Thursday, the 4th of September, will be the final Thursday of the season. We've got Battlefront, The Distinction, and Battlefront, The Distinction? That's not a thing. Battlefront, Distinction, and The Pyramid. Battlefront by Proogs, Distinction by Sam, and The Pyramid by Clive. So lots to look forward to. And then, of course, the finale on the 6th of September, Cryptex, Red Herrings of the Abyss. So still plenty of trivia to come in this season of Game Night. As ever, I think I've got a website command now. I really need to put it into the operator. Yes, PersephoneShare.com. That will give you access to the Universal Controller, the Penny Bank, and of course Game Night on Demand. So if you want to catch up on anything on the YouTube interface, which is a bit easier to circumnavigate than the Twitch one, and watch it at your leisure, or if there's an episode from the past that you've missed, every episode of Game Night, except for one which has been lost to the annals of history, is now available to watch on YouTube. So head over to the website and Game Night on Demand. Gnod, yes, head over to Gnod. I'm trying to push that side of the website a bit more and push people over towards watching them on YouTube rather than watching them on Twitch. None of us. Oh, okay. None of us are cool. Well, yeah, Gnod. Yeah, it doesn't look at the same ring as Unicon. We've got 8 to thank for that shorthand version. So yeah, head on over there and check it out. And please, if you've got a hankering to do some writing, even if you just want to do one pack or you just want to do a couple of warm-up games, do get that question form in, because I've got a lot of packs that I need to fill out over the coming season. So please do submit that at your earliest convenience, and in any case before the end of the weekend. I think that's about it. Just before we go into our next game, Clayton would like a random amount of pennies. And yes, you've got to take advantage of this tonight, because I'm going to change the algorithm for next time. But your random amount of pennies, Clayton, is 919. Not too bad. Yeah, I definitely need to make it so you can only claim one or the other per stream, maybe. Could be worse. And yeah, I need to shift that algorithm, maybe make the top end higher, but make the odds, yeah. We haven't had one above 1,000 yet. No, we haven't. It could happen. I mean, maybe it'll happen now. When I give myself a random amount of pennies, which I'll take back afterwards. Let's have a look. Oh, no, 854. Well, it definitely was doing more earlier on. So, yeah, I'll take off my 854 pennies. That's not how this works. Yes, it's going into quantitative easing at Game Night. No, it won't be breaking the rules. No, you can claim both. If you're able to claim both, then by all means claim both. That's on me for not fixing it. I'm not sure if you can make multiple rewards one or t'other. But let's give BC a random amount. What do you want, BC? There you go, 1,822 pennies. Nicely done. And Lupine just wants the standard 1,000. So let's do that as well. Right, no more penny requests for now. We'll do the rest after the stream. I think we should play another game. One or t'other, yeah, if you like. I think we should play another game. It is Bidding War. It has been written by Stimpson's Angle and proofed by Inca. Unicorn's ready. Do refresh your devices and get ready to come and join. Yeah, we play games here from time to time. In between the chat. Hope you're all ready, because it's time to go to war. Welcome to Bidding War. And if you want to play...
Welcome to Bidding War. To join the game, please visit persephoneschair.itch.io/game night.
Kentucky Fried Kentucky Chicken.
KFKC.
Or it could be Kentucky Fried Kansas Chicken, if you want to, you know, subvert the meme. Subvert expectations. KFKC. And yes, thank you, Simpson, for the pack, and to Inca for proofing. KFKC is the code you need. Kentucky Fried Cursed Chicken. Yeah, that could work. And here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
52 months that a full deck of cards. Don't you know it time for war, Ben? This one don't involve cards.
No, it doesn't, but thank you for the 52 months. 1 month for every card of the deck, Puzzle Dan. Thank you very much indeed, and welcome on in. So yes, just a quick recap of the rules. We've got some new members here. You're all very welcome. Lovely to see you. There's been quite a few new follows tonight. So Darkblade, John, Logstar, if you're still here, thank you for all those follows. And if you're playing the games, welcome. As I mentioned earlier on, we have community-powered trivia here, so all of the questions you see have been written by members of the community who then obviously sit out of the games that they've written for. We've got a solid proofing team as well who vet the questions for veracity and difficulty and things like that. So very, very high standards that we have. We ask those high standards are passed on to players and that we don't Google any answers, no search engines or anything of that sort, just using your own brains, and even not using Google even after the question is dead. So wait until the end. If you want to go and do further research afterwards, I encourage you to do that. But wait until the end of the quiz before you open up your search engines, just in the interest of keeping things fair for everybody, because we do have a zero tolerance policy on people cheating the game. Now, this is one of those games, whilst it has got anytime entry, you want to get in before I lock the lobby if you want one of these podia, because if I lock the lobby, you can only play in the behind the scenes game. If you are eliminated from this game, as all but one of you will be, then you can still play along in the behind the scenes game. There is a medal available for the highest scoring non-finalist, gold and silver for the top two, and then a lobby medal for the highest scoring non-finalist. And yeah, so that's all good, and of course pennies as well, penny payout for the channel currency. Internet quiz associate, don't be that person, you bloody idiot. Yeah, please don't be that person, because literally what is the point? Chris says Google's for noodles. Does he say that? I'd believe that. I would believe that, definitely. Woolly Bag, Puzzle Dan, welcome both of you to the stream. A reminder, you can suggest a raid message if something amusing has happened over the course of the stream. Proceed a message and chat with the hashtag, and the operator will log up to 3 from you, and then I will pick my favourite, and you'll get some pennies at the end. When he does his time machine bit on 6 views, yeah, absolutely. 1:15 Monday to Friday, yeah. Every Monday to every Friday at 1:15, always. Okay, I'm going to give you another minute or so let's stick a countdown on. Let's call it a minute from when I press the countdown button to come and join the game. 2 more to complete that 3rd row, and 3 more to open the top row. 60 seconds before we lock the lobby. There's Pyro, welcome on in. "45 seconds. Yeah, that's working. Possibly a little too well. I should probably leave that off. Right, where are we? 30 seconds. 30 seconds till we lock this lobby and we go to war. Questions have been written by Simpsons Angle and vetted by Inca. Apparently there's a lot to like about this pack. And I had a brief glance at it earlier on, and it did look very tasty. And I mean, Bidding War is generally considered one of the harder games in the Game Night gamut, but it looked, I think it looked quite accessible. So I will let you be the judges. That is the countdown up. So let's lock the lobby and go to war. Here's how we play.
Round 1. Opening Gambits.
We're going to start off with opening gambits, where you'll face 5 questions. Before each question, a category is shown, and based on that category, you need to bid from 1 to 3 points, up to a maximum of your current score. Abstention causes a default bid of 1, and then you've got 8 seconds to place your bid. So do say something, because you'll be given a default bid. If you say nothing... Oh, excuse me. Jeopardy rules apply. Get the question right, you earn your bid. Get the question wrong, you lose your bid. 15 seconds to answer each question, and questions over the course of the 4 rounds do gradually get more difficult. If you run out of points, you are eliminated from the game. We've given you all 10 points to start you off with, but once they're gone, you are out of the game and into the lobby game only. Very best of luck to you all. And the chair of fire will swivel round, because I no longer have the internal webcam, because it just wasn't really worth the hassle. And let's take a look at our first question category.
Get ready for the category. The category is metals.
Metals. Bidding from 1 to 3, please.
Time.
Flyboy just getting a bid in time. We've got 1s and 2s and 3s up there. And your question.
Get ready for the question.
Which metal has the highest melting temperature of all chemical elements?
Time.
Starting off with a slightly tricky one there. It's tungsten. We also accepted the chemical symbol, which is W, or wolfram. First isolated from the mineral wolframite, providing this metal's alternative name and chemical symbol, wolfram. This question was written prior to the last pack of Bidding War, where Ben revealed this fact. Did you remember? So just come up in the notes. So actually, if you remember back to the last Bidding War game, you maybe had an advantage on that one. Wrong answers. Titanium. I don't debug all the wrong answers at the end, so just got to go through the log. Mercury, platinum, titanium, iron, titanium, steel, aluminium, titanium, and lead. All of those are incorrect answers, and I'm afraid you're going to lose your bid. Onwards. Next question.
Get ready for the category. The category is countries.
Countries.
Time.
And that's time up. Here's your question.
Get ready for the question.
Which UN member state appears first when listed alphabetically?
Time.
Lots of A answers coming in, but the one we wanted was Afghanistan, the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Appears before Belgium, Andorra, Albania, Algeria, Algiers, Angola, Andorra, Albania, and Argentina. All of those are wrong answers, I'm afraid. Well done if you got that. Bad luck if you're about to lose your bid. Next category.
Get ready for the category. The category is video games.
Video games. 1 to 3.
Time.
And that's time up. A good range of bids. Quite a few 3s in there.
Get ready for the question.
Let's take a look. Nico Bellic, Victor Vance, and Tommy Vassetti are playable characters in what video game franchise? Is that right, Jack? We weren't going to do that anymore where we correct the question in chat, but thank you for the extra information. I just had it as an alternate answer, just for belt and braces, I guess. Grand Theft Auto, Nico Bellic in GTA 4, Tommy Vassetti in Vice City, and Victor Vance, brother of Lance Vance, in Vice City Stories. Wrong answers there. 3 no answers, and Killer Instinct from Lingo incorrect. Hello, Quizzy Dan, coming in with the raid. Happy birthday, no halloumi for you. Indeed so. Thank you very much for the raid, Dan, and for the birthday greens. It was 2 days ago. Birthday stream was Saturday, and so back on the horse now, as it were. But thank you very much for the raid and the birthday messages. How was stream? Let's go give you a little shout out before we get to the next question. Yeah, Quizzy Dan is did I just give you a shout out, or did I raid you? I think I shouted you out, good. Yeah, Quizzy Dan does a variety of things, crosswords and puzzle boats and occasional quiz stuff as well. He's a good lad, but he doesn't share his halloumi. Guinevere Purple Star, Meredith Music, Quizzy Dan, Edam Cheese, That Puzzle Guy. Welcome all of you to the stream. I'm Royal Flush, and this is Game Night. We're playing Bidding War at the moment. If you would like to join in, you can join with the Universal Controller right there and the room code. I don't think you'll get a podium anymore, but you can still come and join the game and play along for the fun of the quiz. Welcome to you all. And Liari77, welcome to you as well. Let's reset that question and move on to the 4th of this opening round.
Get ready for the category. The category is literature.
Literature. Good staple quiz category. Bidding from 1 to 3.
Time.
And that's time. 4th question of the round.
Get ready for the question.
It was a bright cold day in April and the clocks were striking 13 is the opening line of which novel? Yes, Kentucky Fried Kentucky Chicken is the room code. We made that gag. It was a bright cold day in April and the clocks were striking 13. Correct answer was 1984, George Orwell's seminal masterpiece, which apparently 10% of the people who say they've read it have not read it. I will put my hands up and say, in the past, I don't say it since I found out this fact, in the past, I have claimed to have read 1984, but I never actually have. Most players getting a correct answer who attempted it. Substack and the Bible, interesting options. That was the opening line of the Bible. Oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? The clock says no, in the beginning... is the first line of the Bible. In the beginning, God created man and woman. Oh, maybe you do get a podium. Well, it's certainly done the pan out. So obviously players have joined, and it's panned out to suggest that some players have joined, but you don't get a podium. But either way, yeah. 1984 was the answer. Well done if you got that one right. One more question in this round, and Rainy Sunny Lou, welcome to the stream. One more question. Your category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is food.
Food. Bidding 1, 2, or 3.
Time.
And that's time. And the question.
Get ready for the question.
A levain, or a levain, is used to make what type of bread?
Time.
Slightly trickier one there, a lot of red. It's sourdough. It's used as a leavening or a rising agent for sourdoughs. Levains are a fermented mix of flour and water. A lot of wrong answers just to double check through there. Pitta, baguette, wheat, baguette, rye, challah, pitta, roll, baguette, tiger, pitta, baguette, naan, wheat, pitta, lava bread, tasty, matzo, baguette, rolls, rye, flatbread, naan, and baguette. All of those are incorrect, unfortunately, and you're going to lose your bid. Anyone going home at this early stage? It doesn't look like it.
End of round 1.
And indeed, I was right. So, so there's been a few players joining, and apparently it still does the zoom out when players join, even if the lobby's been locked. So we've got the wide shot because it imagines those players are there, even though they don't get a podium because the quiz had started. But you're very welcome to join in, and over the course of this next round, players are going to start to be eliminated and join you in the background game. So at the end of that round, we got a range of scores. Toot is out in front at the moment with 25, the perfect round. 5 bids of 3 and getting them all correct, so well done there. There's 19 down in the bottom left for AB Me, and a couple of 17s dotted around. Woolly back on the back row, Flyboy in the middle, and Matt down on the front amongst them. There's another 19 for Ben at the back, and for Jack on the middle row. Sorry, I don't have these debugged. And Sam on the back row. Apologies if I've missed you. I think we should play on round 2.
Round 2. Top Gun.
Round 2 is Top Gun. You're going to face 10 questions, and gameplay is the same as round 1. Maximum bid will increase by 1 with each question starting at 5. You can only bid the number of points that you have, or up to the number of points that you have. Additionally, the fastest high bidder to answer correctly is granted passage to round 3. If the fastest high bidder has already been granted passage, passage will be granted to the next fastest high bidder, but it's high bids that take priority over speed when ordering. What this means is that if you want to maximize your chances of gaining passage, you need to bid high. The higher you bid, the more chance you have of getting through, because of course we give priority to the players who bid high. However, you also present the maximum risk to yourself by bidding that high. If you run out of points, or if you are not one of the 10 players who obtains passage by the end of the final question, you will be eliminated from the game. Hopefully that makes sense. So we've got nearly 30 players in live play, 29 I think. We are going to go down to 10 at the most by the end of this round. It could be fewer if the questions fall in such a way. Indeed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 29 players in live play. We're going to lose 19 of you over the course of the next 10 questions. The very best of luck. Here is the first bidding from 1 to 5.
Get ready for the category. The category is flags.
Flags is where we're starting. Bidding from 1 to 5.
Time.
And that's time. Have you a flag? Yes, but do you have a flag?
Question.
Let's take a look. A bird of paradise features on which country's flag?
Time.
The answer is Papua New Guinea. Just going to check, neg check something, because I might have to condone one. Give me a moment. No, I don't have to condone one. Yes, it's Papua New Guinea. It's found on the eastern side of the island of New Guinea, with the Indonesian Papua provinces located on the western half of the island. Condone mine even though it's wrong. That's not how this works. Wrong answers include Kiribati, Mauritius, Domingo, Seychelles, Dominica, Mexico, Mozambique, Dominica, Sri Lanka, bye-bye, Madagascar, Belize, Argentina, Dominica, Hawaii, Dominican Republic, Curacao, and that's a spirit, isn't it? And Albania. It does mean I have to update the scores, and Ukulelist, I think you said bye-bye, and I think you know your war is over.
The Coolie-Liced. You have been eliminated.
The Coolie-Liced. Curacao is a Dutch overseas territory. Oh, well, there we go. Thank you very much for that, Lewis. I did not know. So, maximum bid was 5. All 5 of the top 5 fastest... Well, the top 5... That's some big phrases, right? The top 5 all bid 5. Third place in 8.77 seconds was Vertigo. Second place in 7.04 seconds was Flyboy. And the fastest high bidder with a time of 4.93 seconds was...
Passage has been granted to Shapes, with a bid of 5 and a response time of 4.93 seconds.
Well, on Shapes' bid of 5 and answering in under 5 seconds, maximum bid. Very well done. You were also the fastest correct answer in general, so well done there. On we go. Next category.
Get ready for the category.
Bidding up to 6.
The category is Animated Origins.
Animated Origins. Bidding up to 6. 6 is your maximum here. That's what you're probably going to need to bid if you want to get passage. Shapes, you do need to keep answering, by the way. Once you've gotten passage, you must keep answering. Here's your question. Shaun the Sheep first appeared in which 1995 Wallace and Gromit film?
Time.
And that is time up. The answer was A Close Shave. First appearing in Wallace and Gromit's third instalment, Shaun went on to have his own TV series in 2007 and spawned his own sequel, Timmy Time, in 2009. Wrong answers include The Wrong Trousers. That was the second one. That had Feathers McGraw, but not Shaun the Sheep. Grand Day Out. That was the first of the 3 original Wallace and Gromit films, short films, and just featured a trip to the moon. Shaun the Sheep was not the name of the film. Zombie Something. Wrong Trousers. Nice Pants, The Wrong Trousers. Go to Space again, that's A Grand Day Out. Wrong Trousers. I hate this game. And yeah, that's all she wrote. Now, interesting reading the scores, but I have got 2 players that regrettably I need to eliminate. Puzzle Dan and Lingo Maniac, thank you for playing, but your war is over.
Puzzle Cards. Lingo, you have been eliminated.
Thank you very much for playing. And now I have got at least 5 correct players who bid the maximum of 6. In third place in 4.36 seconds was Toot. In second place in 4.17 seconds was Vertigo. But the fastest high bidder and gaining passage to the next round was...
Passage has been granted to Matt, with a bid of 6 and a response time of 4.05 seconds.
Very well done, Matt. Just over 4 seconds with the maximum bid of 6. You are through to the next round. And G. Eisens, welcome to the stream. Remember, Matt, and also Shapes, you do need to keep playing. If you just abstain for the remainder of the round, you're going to lose 1 point per question. So you want to maximise your scores going into round 3 because they are carried forward. Incidentally, the fastest player overall there was Clive of Legend, but he only bid 4, and so was beaten by players who bid higher but were slower. Let's reset that and go on to our third question. With a maximum bid
for the category
of 7, the category is...
The category is Ancient History.
Ancient History.
Time.
Okay, at least a couple of 7s in here. Let's see what the question brings.
Get ready for the question.
The Roman gladius was a type of what weapon?
Time.
The correct answer is a sword, specifically a short sword. Whilst the gladius was a specific type of sword used by Roman foot soldiers, linguistically it became the word used to describe any kind of sword in Latin, though I do have a note to specifically not accept dagger or small sword. We did need short sword. Now, it doesn't look like I've got anyone to eliminate there. I think there is one I need to condone. I'm just going to check through the wrong answers. Spear is wrong. Spear, dagger, spear, spear, spear. Club, mace, spear. There is a typo from Pyro Pygmy that is phonetically plausible that I will allow. Dis sword. The D and the S are quite close to each other on the keyboard, so I think we will allow that, Pyro Pygmy. Lovely stuff. Right. No one to eliminate, so let's update the scores. And let's take a look. Again, top 5 all bid the maximum of 7. BC was in third with 3.09 seconds. Clive was second with 2.45 seconds. Faster than 2.45 seconds, though, with a bid of 7. And gaining passage to round 3 is...
Passage has been granted to Toot, with a bid of 7 and a response time of 2.41 seconds.
Thank you very much for that follow, Adam Irish XP. Welcome to the stream, and very well done to Toot. You are through to the next round, but remember, do keep answering questions because you can still be eliminated if you run out of points in this round, and you want to maximise your scores. But you know that already. So remember, this game is not all about points because we can see Flyboy on 28, Vertigo on 27. Haven't yet, and Ben at the back on 27 as well. Haven't yet gained passage, so it's all about being fast on those individual questions as well as maximising your points. Let's go on to our next one, and Adam Irish XP, welcome to the stream. What do the Irish get XP for? You know exactly what. I have some Irish in me, so I feel I can get involved with this. But welcome on in, Adam. It's lovely to have you here. Let's take a look at our next question category. Category 4,
Get
bidding
ready
up to
for the
8.
Category. The category is religion. Time.
Okay, maximum bid of 8. That's going to be your
Get ready
advantage to
for
get
the
through.
question.
Here is the question. What is the final book of the Torah? If you love a quiz, Adam, you are in the right place. This is Game Night, where we run interactive games broadcast on Twitch. All of them are original formats invented and programmed by me, and then the quiz, the trivia itself is community powered. So members of the community provide the trivia, and you're very welcome to be here. So I hope you have a good time. If you'd like to play in this one, you'll need the Universal Controller and the room code, which is right there. You can come and join. You'll need to type a little code into the chat just to confirm who you are. You won't get a podium because we've already started the game, but you can play along in the background game for channel currency and a potential medal. Welcome on in. What is the final book of the Torah? The answer is Deuteronomy. The Torah corresponds to the first 5 books, the Pentateuch, of the Bible's Old Testament, which in order are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. We did also accept the Hebrew name Devarim, or the 5th Moses book, the 5th book of Moses. A lot of wrong answers coming in there. Leviticus, the end, Numbers, Revelations. That's the last book of the Bible. The epilogue. No, it's still quite early in the Bible, although it is the last book of the Torah. Numbers, Pardon, Leviticus, David, the Index, Leviticus, Act 3, Zechariah, Pentateuch. That's the alternative name for the Torah. Numeri, Revelations. All of those incorrect. Well done if you did get Deuteronomy there. Unfortunately, I've got 3 players to eliminate. Jogging, Andrew of Bob, and 8 Minky. Thank you for playing, but your war is over.
Joggy, Andrew of Bo, 8man Kentucky, you have been eliminated.
Thank you for playing. Now, my top 5, not all of them bid the maximum, but in third place, who did bid the maximum, with a bid of 8 in 12.45 seconds, was Sam. Second place, with a bid of 8 in 11.94 seconds, was Jack. But the fastest player, again, with a maximum bid of 8 in 7.85 seconds, was...
Passage has been granted to Ben, with a bid of 8 and a response time of 7.85 seconds.
Bit of 8 in under 8 seconds. Very well done, Ben. You are through to the next round. Do keep answering questions to maximise your score. As we approach the midpoint, question number 5, the category is...
Get ready for the category.
Maximum bid of 9
The
here.
category is reality TV.
Reality TV.
Time.
I see a few 9s in here.
Get ready for the question.
Let's take a look at the question. In 2025, Tony Lates became the first American winner of which UK reality TV show?
Time.
And that's timed up. The correct answer, as it usually is when it's a reality TV question these days, was Love Island. Tony Lates and Cash Mercer were recently crowned the winners of Love Island's 12th season. Lates is the first American to compete on the UK show. There's a couple of condones I can do here. The Voice isn't one of them. The Traitors, Drag Race, Strictly, BGT, Big Brother, AGT. Yeah, Matt, that's... just about phonetically plausible. Where are you, Matt? You should be in blue. There you are. I can see what you're getting at there. I will let you have that. BC's typo managed to get through. That's an interesting typo with the bracket on the end, but managed to make it through. And Drag Race, another wrong answer. Love you, Useland. Love it. I have got some eliminations to do, sadly. Solomon, Proogs, and CJ, you're out of points. Thank you for playing, but your war is over.
Solomon, Proogs, Schwinks, you have been eliminated.
Typing fast is the name of the game, BC, so I don't blame you. Now, only the top 3 bid the maximum here, with a bid of 9 in 12.11 seconds. Third place was Clayton, with a bid of 9 in 11.2 seconds. And second place was Vertigo, but with a bid of 9 in 9.4 seconds. Gaining passage to the next round is...
Passage has been granted to Sam, with a bid of 9 and a response time of 9.40 seconds.
Well done, Sam. You are through to the next round. Keep answering questions because you need to maintain your score as we go forward. Matt has answered in anagram form. I like that. Right, let's clear that. We're into the second half. The maximum bid is going to be 10 on this question. Of course, we're getting to the point where a few players don't quite have that, but there is still a chance. Keep answering. All you need is a chip and a chair in this game. As we go on to question number 6, the category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is carpentry.
Carpentry, maximum of 10.
Time.
Quite a few 1s coming in there, but a couple of 10s among them.
Get ready for the question.
Let's take a look. What avian name is given to a woodworking joint comprised of interlocking trapezoidal pins and tails? Not that, Jack. Good guess.
Time.
Not the one. Correct answer is dovetail or dovetail joint. Typically used in the creation of drawers, dovetail joints are highly resistant to being pulled apart. I wish I knew a bit more about DIY. Unfortunately, I know next to nothing. Wrong answers there. Wing joint, good guess, but not the one. Sparrow, hinge, swallowtail. What for Jack? Papua New Guinea bird of paradise. I mean, if you don't know, it's good a guess as any, but unfortunately not the one, Jack. Wreck, woodpecker, hummingbird, bird's mouth. Dove is close, Clayton, but I can't accept dove just on its own. I need a dovetail. And titties coming in as an option from a player in the background game, and eagle as well. All incorrect. No one to eliminate here. But we've got a very interesting spread of scores because, well, I'm not going to say, but I will just give you the top 3. Third place, with a bid of 4 in 7.17 seconds, was Cola. Second place, with a bid of 5, but a slower time, 10.75 seconds, but we reward the higher bid. Bid of 5, 10.75 seconds, was Woollyback. But the only player to bid the maximum and get it right was...
Passage has been granted to Junior, with a bid of 10 and a response time of 4.84 seconds.
Well done, Junior. Sorry, that TTS, that's what they called you. That's what we have to... Fuck's sake, Emily. There's your F-bomb for the stream. Very, very quick indeed. The only player to bid the maximum and get it right. So that one was all yours, JR. Very well done. You're up to 24 points. Do keep answering. Well done, Junior's coming in as a raid message. Yes, very well done. Keep answering questions because your score carries forward. On we go. Question number 7 is next. And maximum bid will be 11. Take a look at this.
Get ready for the category. The category is World History.
World history.
Time.
I'm seeing 3 or 4 11s in here, so let's see who the question favours.
Get ready for the question.
From which explorer do the Americas take their name? There's no Puzzle Eden.
Time.
The Garden of Puzzle Eden. Amerigo Vespucci was the answer. The first cartographic reference to America appears on the 1507 Waldseemüller map. But yes, Amerigo Vespucci. Though he didn't... I think it's like contentious as to whether he discovered it. Whether Columbus discovered the Americas. Yes, Vespucci is who the Americas take their name from. Wrong answers include Columbus, again, as just mentioned, discovered them. Domingo, Columbus. Amerigo is his first name. Rainy Sunny Lou, you're in the background game, so I can't condone it. But the house rule here is that if it's asking for a real person, we accept surname on its own, but not first name on its own, and tends to be vice versa for fictional characters, just so we're aware. Vesputin, very close proofs, but not quite right, and I can't condone anyway. And Columbus and Ericsson, all of those incorrect. Nobody to eliminate on this one. But I have got to give passage to someone. Top 5, all bid 11, so let's take a look at the top 3. Third place, 4.74 seconds and a bid of 11 was Flyboy. Second place, 4.55 seconds and a bid of 11 was Jack Wilfred. And just 0.14 seconds ahead with a bid of 11 in 4.41 seconds was...
Passage has been granted to Mr. Ikikin with a bid of 11 and a response time of 4.41 seconds.
I like that we make Emily try and read your names. That's Oni, Mr. I Chicken. Oni, very well done. You have obtained passage. You're on 22. Keep answering because you need to maximise your points going into the next round. Very well done if you have gotten passage there. I.e. Oni. On to the next question then. Maximum bid is going to be 12. And of the players who don't have passage, the scores are somewhat limited. Who's out there on the back row? Woollyback with 38, which is one of the highest scores, certainly the highest score of the non-qualified players. But you've got to get in as a fast answerer with the highest bid, Woollyback. So Vertigo as well there on 27, and ABME over there with 22, some of the higher non-qualified scores. And Jack as well. I thought he was blue because the light behind him is blue, but no, Jack has not yet got passage, I don't think. Currently on 41. So let's see what you can do with this. Bidding up to 12, the category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is cars.
Cars. Bidding up to 12.
Time.
And Vertigo, welcome to the stream. Okay.
Get ready for the question.
Let's have a look at this. The Aston Martin V12 Vanquish appears in which James Bond movie starring Pierce Brosnan? That narrows it down to about 4.
Time.
It's Die Another Day, nicknamed by Q Branch The Vanish, due to its adaptive camouflage, allowing it to turn invisible. It's one of the only Bond films... I've seen a few Bond films, I haven't seen them all, but that one got ridiculed. I quite enjoyed it, but mainly because it came out in, I think, 2002, and I'd have been about 13 or 14 years old. But apparently they decided the series needed a reset, and then they came back 4 years later with Casino Royale with Daniel Craig, which was an excellent film. Excellent film. But yeah, I have a soft spot in my heart for Die Another Day. Not the best Brosnan one. That would be GoldenEye. Let's take a look at the wrong answers. 2 actually going for GoldenEye. That was the first one that had... what's his name who presents The Traitors? Alan Cummings in it. Was in GoldenEye. And Sean Bean as well. GoldenEye, You Only Live Twice was definitely not Pierce Brosnan. GoldenEye, Goldfinger was definitely not Pierce Brosnan. World Is Not Enough was Pierce Brosnan, but not the film. Tomorrow Never Dies, that had Jonathan Pryce in it, but again, not the right Pierce Brosnan film. GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, GoldenEye, The World Is Not Enough, and interesting answer from Oni, Twine. I think that stands for The World Is Not Enough, but unfortunately that wasn't the right answer anyway. Although interesting acronym. Yeah, no, I've got that now. I've figured that out. No one to eliminate there. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. My top 3 have all bid 12, but they're the only 3 correct players to bid the maximum. 4th and 5th both bid 8. So in 3rd place with a bid of 12 in 11.92 seconds was Flyboy. 2nd place with a bid of 12 in 11.56 seconds was Clayton. And fastest with a bid of 12 in 8.63 seconds was...
Passage has been granted to top 1 with a bid of
calling
12
it
and
Dad.
a response time of 8.63 seconds.
True that, Andrew Bob. Nobody calls Die Another Day Dad, do they? Topper, very well done. You've ascended to the next round. You've got 24 points. Do try and maximise them over the next 2 questions. Very well played. So, 2 questions to go. The next question, your maximum bid is 13. There are 2 spaces left. Currently occupied by Ben, JR, Sam, Oni, not Jack, Matt, Topper, Shapes, and Toot. Jack's got one of the highest scores, 30 of the non-qualified players. Flyboy as well, 41. Woollyback dropping on that last question, now down to 26. Ralph on 29 without passage as well. So, still much to play for. 2 spots available. Maximum bid is 13. Let's take a look at the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is mountains.
Mountains.
Time.
There are rather a couple of 13s in here.
Get ready for the question.
Let's see what happens. Simple enough one. What is the highest mountain in South America?
Time.
And that's your time up. I'm going to be generous with the spelling. I always thought it's pronounced Aconcagua, but I'm assured it's pronounced Aconcagua, not Aconcagua. Located in Argentina, Aconcagua is the highest mountain outside of Asia. Yeah, my notes are telling me it's Aconcagua, but I always pronounce it Aconcagua. Every day's a school day. We also accepted Cerro Aconcagua, Cerro, which I'm assuming is the Portuguese or the Spanish for mount. Let's take a look at some of the wrong answers. Machu Picchu isn't right. No. Annapurna's not right either. Woollyback, that's phonetically plausible. Aconcagua. Close enough for me, I can see what you're getting at. Matterhorn, Andes, Chimborazo, Acapulco, Andy, and all of those incorrect. I'm afraid it is time to say goodbye to somebody else. Colin hung on for a long time, but down to your final point. It's not the right answer, and your war is over.
Collins, you have been eliminated.
Thank you for playing. Only 4, including Woollyback, who will be added on after, so is not on my debug. But only 4 players who haven't qualified getting that one right. So Woollyback, I think, only bid 1 on that one, so it would have been 4. 3rd place. All of these bidding the maximum, by the way. 13 bid in 8.88 seconds. 3rd place was Jack. 2nd place with a bid of 13 in 5.17 seconds was Flyboy. And the fastest max bidder who was correct, 4.44 seconds, was...
Passage has been granted to Dark Blade, with a bid of 13 and a response time of 4.44 seconds.
Leaving a little late, but very well done, Dark Blade. I believe it's your first game night tonight. And 4.44 seconds is a jolly fast answer indeed, and you've just snuck in and gotten passage to the next round. Do answer this next question, maybe play it a bit conservative, but remember, you want to maximise your points going into the next round, so very well done. We will see you in the next round. One final question then. Maximum bid is 14, and the place is going to go to either AB Me, Clive, Ralph, Cola, Woollyback, Flyboy, Jack, Vertigo, Clayton, or Pyro. Or potentially none of them if everyone gets it wrong. But the max bid is 14. Your best strategy here is to go all in and hope for the best. Let's see what happens. Very best of luck. Here is the category. Maximum bid 14.
For the category. The category is medicine.
Medicine.
Time.
Okay, there are some 14s.
Get
Let's see what
ready
happens.
for the question.
Formerly used as a general anaesthetic, sweet oil of vitriol is an archaic name for which solvent?
Time.
Few players getting it right, but there's a lot of red lights up there. It's ether, or diethyl ether. Ether was made through the distillation of a mixture of ethanol and sulfuric acid, known at the time as oil of vitriol. This produced a sweet-smelling solvent that could induce unconsciousness in patients, or a source of enjoyment at 19th century dinner parties, ether frolics, as they were known as, sort of a bit like the opium parties that people used to have in the olden days, before my time. I'd never catch me doing that. The only time I've had anything even close to that was when I had my appendix out and they pumped me full of something to make me go to sleep. Honestly, it's like if you've not been under general anaesthetic, the closest I can describe it to you is it's like getting very drunk very quickly and you just start spouting complete garbage. They don't do the thing where they make you count back from 10. I thought that they see that in all the movies. They just say try and keep your eyes open as long as you can, which is, I think, somehow less exciting. But yeah, and it's suddenly there's a big rush, and it's suddenly like I feel really, really drunk, really quick. And then there's about a 2.5 hour gap in my memory, and I woke up and someone had been rootling inside my intestines. Well, hopefully not my intestines, but they took my appendix out. It was quite fun. Well, it wasn't fun at the time, but yeah. Anyway, rabbiting on. Let me take a look at the wrong answers. Sulfuric acid, that's the other half of it too. Iodine, olive oil, I can't solvent this. Vinegar, H2SO, castor oil, aqua regis, novocaine, chloroform, and Valium. Some good guesses in there, but none of them correct, unfortunately. No one to eliminate at this time. But if you got that one wrong and you didn't have passage, it's not going to be a happy ending for you. Now, in my top 5, I'm not going to say, I'm just going to reveal the fastest high bidder, and I will give you the breakdown afterwards rather than ruining it for you. The final place in round 3 goes to...
Passage has been granted to Cola, with a bid of 14 and a response time of 8.06 seconds.
You were just too slow there, Clayton. You were the only other player to bid 14 and get it right, but in 11.45 seconds. Bad luck on that one. Cola, 8.06 seconds with the maximum bid of 14. Just 2 players to bid the maximum and get it right. Woollyback would have been third with a bid of 10 in 12.53. AB Me bid of 5 in 12.13. Clive, actually the fastest answer there in 5.1 seconds, but only bidding 3 on that question. But has Clive already got passage? No, he didn't. He just didn't have the points to play with. Bad luck on that one, Clive. Well, that is the end of that question, and it is the end of the round. So if you haven't gotten passage, I'm afraid this is where your war comes to an end. Thank you for playing, but AB Me, Clive, Ralph, Woollyback, Flyboy, Jack, Vertigo, Pyro, and Clayton, your war is over.
End of round 2.
That should definitely only play once, not for every player who's being eliminated. But there we go. JR, could you note that in suggestions that needs to be fire once? Fire once on multi-elimination. Or fire audio cue once on multi-elimination in bidding war. Thank you, darling. I don't know why I just called you darling. It's because I saw Clive saying no honey in the chat. And so I thought we were talking in pet names and that was a different person. I won't call you darling again, but if you could note that down, I'd be most grateful to you. Freudian slip. That's exactly what that was. His name is Junior, not Darling. Yeah, well, quite right. Thank you, darling, coming in as a rain message. Done, sweetheart. I'm most grateful to you. Well, we've got our 10 finalists, so very well done. Darkblade on 35, Ben on 30. Let me roll over so we can see your avatars. Darkblade on 35, Ben on 30, Cola 28, JR on 10, Sam on 64, Oni on 19, Matt on 39, Shapes on 9, Topper on 14, and Toot on 63. Sam with the lead by a single point. But this round is very swingy and can change very, very quickly depending whether you're going to play with hubristic strategies or not. It's round 3, survival of the fittest. Here's how to play.
Round 3. Survival of the fittest.
You're now going to face up to 8 questions. Gameplay is the same as round 1, but the bid range is now unlimited with a default maximum bid of 5. A little bit of extra pressure at the front end for those on the lower scores. If you have fewer than 5 points, your bid will default to your total points, and you won't be able to actually put in a bid. Additionally, at the end of each question, the player or players with the lowest score will be eliminated. Play will continue until 2 players remain. In the event multiple eliminations on a single question result in fewer than 2 players remaining, a player or players with the highest total correct count will be brought back for the final. So at the front of each question, I will show you who is in peril. That is the player or players with the lowest score who are at risk that question and need to get out of the bottom position, so to speak. And again, this game can be very swingy, and we've seen things happen where someone's in peril for 5 questions in a row because the high players are constantly going all in and they can get them wrong. So you can go from first to last very, very quickly in this round. So do act with caution.
Shapes, you are in peril.
The Shapes to start with you in peril on a score of 9, just 1 point behind JR on 10. There's a couple of other players there in the teens as well, Topper and Oni at the back. So let's see how you get on with this first one. Bidding from 5 up to whatever your score is. Here is the first category.
Get ready for the category. The category is children's literature.
Children's literature.
Time.
Good range of bids coming in there, including 2 going all in but 1. On
Get ready for
62.
the question.
Here's your question. Awarded by the International Board on Books for Young People. The awards for outstanding contribution to children's literature take their name from which 19th century Danish author?
Time.
Hans Christian Andersen was the answer. Every second year, the organisation known as IBBY awards the Hans Christian Andersen Award to an author and an illustrator of children's literature. I'm just going to look at the wrong answers of the players in play. Roald Dahl from Darkblade. Roald Dahl is Welsh, incidentally. Ibsen, Goodbye from JR, and Kjellberg from Topper. All of those incorrect. Anderson was the right answer. It did accept Anderson with an O, which is a mistake I once made in my grandma's crossword when I was about 14 and thinking I was very clever. But she said she knew it was Anderson, but she wanted to check the spelling, and I put it in with an O in pen. Can you imagine doing that, right? Because you did all crosswords in pencil. Heinous crime. Let's update the podium and see what that does to the scores, because I can't condone anything there. Let's see what happens. Goodbye is indeed right, JR, because you have gone down to 0. Shapes manages to hang on, and JR, your war is over.
With a score of 0, Junior, you have been eliminated.
Dahl's Welsh, isn't he?
Top 1, you are in peril.
I'm gonna have to check this. I could have sworn he was Welsh. He was born in Cardiff. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm thinking of. Born to affluent Norwegian immigrant parents. Not that I'm encouraging people to Google. That's my remit. I'm allowed to do that. But I've gone through my entire life thinking Roald Dahl is Welsh. But yes, he was indeed born to Norwegian parents. Born in Wales, which is so I wasn't entirely wrong. Topper, you are in peril on the same score Shapes had just a minute ago. Shapes moves up to 18, no longer in peril and still alive. Topper, you're on 9. Let's see what you can do with this next question. So my nationality is hard indeed.
The category is musical theatre.
Musical theatre.
Time.
Quite a few low bids. Toot's gone 124, all in but 1 again.
Get ready for the question.
Hubris strats, let's see if it pays off. Leontopodium nivale, a white flowering plant found in the Swiss Alps, lends its common name to which musical theatre song?
Time.
Correct answer was Edelweiss, sung by Captain George von Trapp in The Sound of Music. This was the final song Rodgers and Hammerstein composed together. I happen to think The Sound of Music is a dreadful musical. I think there are much better musicals out there. But apparently I'm in a minority. Lots of people seem to like the sound of music. But there we go. Everyone has an opinion. Yeah, I just don't. I find it really dull, and I don't like the music. I think the music is tedious. I think Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote much better stuff. Oklahoma, for example, that was Rodgers and Hammerstein. I think much better musical. Wrong answers. Cola, I will condone that. That's phonetically plausible. You can have that. And a rip from Topper. Topper going rip. But he's not going to go out on 0. Let's update the podia. Did manage to hang on to 1 point, Topper, so you've got some dignity left, but unfortunately you are still in the low position, and your war is over.
With a score of 1, top 1, you have been eliminated.
Okay, then there was 7.
Mr. Ikickin, you are in peril.
8, can't count. Mr. Ikickin, that's Oni up there on 19 points. It's the low score at the moment, just 10 points behind Matt. Let's see if you can survive this next question with 8 players remaining. Here's the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is football.
Sport ball!
Time.
Toot with a change of strategy here, just bidding 5. Big bid of 60
Get
from
ready for the
Sapster,
question.
27 from Cola. Let's see how the question falls. In the 2025 Women's Euros, the tournament's top goal scorer played for which country?
Time.
It was Spain is the answer. This is really tough, Matt, because I can't allow it. You've said Gonzalez, which is the name of the scorer. Esther Gonzalez winning the Grifols Trophy with a total of 4 goals. But the question was asking for the country they played for. Unfortunately, I cannot accept Gonzalez. It is an RTFQ moment. We do have to have that, and unfortunately, I can't allow it. Only going for England. It was either England or Spain zigged when you should have zagged. Well, let's see what's going to happen. Only did go all in there, so I think that might be his fate sealed. It is indeed. You're down to 0. Thank you very much for playing, but only your war is over.
With a score of 0, Mr. Ikickin, you have been eliminated.
Mr. Ikickin. And
Matt,
next,
you are in peril.
Matt now in peril again on 19. A lot of these peril scores ending in a 9. It might have been all of them so far. Matt, you've got to do your... In fact, you might have to rely on someone else dropping below you at this point. Let's see what the next question category brings. Take a look at this.
Get ready for the category. The category is demonstrations.
Demonstrations.
Time.
Toot with 159. Matt going all in with 19. Shapes
Get
is all in
ready for
but
the
2.
question.
Here's your question. By what name are Christopher Street Day demonstrations more commonly known?
Time.
Was as simple as that. They're known as Pride, or Pride Parades, or any variations thereupon. New York City's Christopher Street was the location of the Stonewall Inn, where the eponymous Stonewall riots occurred in 1969. First US gay pride marches occurred 1 year later as a celebration, continued protest of LGBTQ+ civil rights, and continue today as pride events across the globe. In some countries, such as Germany, pride marches are still known as Christopher Street Day. I knew all of that from the time I did some questions on Pride for Spotlight with when Huds was with me, and I mistakenly thought that the Stonewall riots happened in the UK because Stonewall is in Greenwich, which was my bad, and I've since learned. Pride Parade, LGBTQ parade, anything of that nature would have gotten you a point there. Though curiously enough, not Stonewall, because more commonly known, we don't commonly know them as the Stonewall Parade. We're commonly known as Pride Parades. One of the lights looks broken. Oh yeah, it does. Well, that could be fun later on. We'll find out what happens in the final when we get there. Trooping the colour, what, and cup and balls are all incorrect from our from our remaining hot seat players. Let's update the podium and see what that has done to the scores. Big drop for Sam, down to 130. And Matt, you have hung on because Darkblade has dropped below you. Darkblade, you're down to 35. Matt managed to double up to 38. And it does mean, Darkblade, your war is over.
With a score of 35, Darkblade, you have been eliminated. Matt, you are in peril.
Good game, Darkblade. Not bad for your first attempt. Hey, this is a hard as nails game to get into round 3 for, so you've done jolly well there. Matt, you're still in peril, but you're only 2 points behind Ben. You're on 38. Ben is on 40. Let's see if you can continue to survive as we go to question number 5. Category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is hip-hop.
Hip-hop? Indeed so. Bids in, please.
Time.
Some big bids there, 100 and 102 coming from Sam and Shapes respectively. 2 going for 18. Matt,
Get
once again,
ready for
all
the
in with
question.
38. Have the lights fix themselves, looks like it. When creating Gangsta's Paradise, Coolio interpolated a 1976 song by which American singer-songwriter?
Time.
The answer was Stevie Wonder. Coolio was allowed to use Wonder's Pastime Paradise on the condition that Gangsta's Paradise contained no expletives or other profanity. I didn't know that. That's a wonderful little piece of trivia. I had no idea it came from Stevie either. Oh, the light's broken again. Can you note that, JR? Broken light. I think it's probably... I don't know what's going on. The light is still working. I think it's just a graphical glitch and probably... Yeah. I'm not too worried about it. Because it'll be impossible to repro, I imagine. Yeah, Stevie Wonder. Or Wonder was the answer. Wrong answers. I don't know this and Elvis Presley. Unfortunately, both those incorrect. Let's update the podium. And Matt, your luck has just about run out. Because of geography and history. Yeah, you did very well, Darkblade. You did do very well. Matt, you've dropped down to 0. It's been a great run, but unfortunately, your war ends here. Thank you for playing, but you've been eliminated.
With a score of 0, Matt, you have been eliminated. Ben, you are in peril.
Ben now in peril with 35. Keeping the pressure on. He's up at 493. Sam and Shapes trying to keep up with 230 and 204 respectively. Let's see what the next question brings. Question number 6, and the category is...
Get ready for
Thank
the
you, my
category.
gorgeous.
The category is physicists.
Physicists. Yeah, that light is clearly on. The ball is inside out.
Time.
Sam going 200, 2 going 210. BC going all in but 1.
Get ready for the question.
Here's your question. In 1842, which physicist published the seminal work on the coloured light of double stars and some other heavenly bodies? The effect they discovered was subsequently named after them. And Simpsons Angle, thank you very much for using rich tags to italicise the text.
Time.
Christian Doppler was the answer. Stars that appear blue are moving towards the Earth, whilst those who appear red are moving away. I always thought the Doppler effect was like how a siren goes. It drops in pitch when it goes by you. That's something to do with the Doppler effect. It's the same thing. Oh, they're both waves. Cool. Good. I know some things. I know that about the Doppler effect. Also, it's a component on the audio sources in Unity. You can replicate that effect. Wrong answers there. Railing and Boar, both incorrect. Everyone else who played it getting it right. I say everyone else. There's 2 of them, and no answer there from Cola. Let's update the podium and see what happens. It is Ben who has dropped down to a single point. It's not going to be enough to survive. Thank you very much for playing, Ben, but your war is over.
With a score of 1, Ben, you have been eliminated.
So,
Cola, you are in peril.
Cola into the top 4 with 77, which is less than half what Shapes has, who is in 3rd on 184. So Cola's going to have to hope someone else fumbles the ball here. I'll give you a little minute just to think about what you want to bid in case there's any valid strategy to go for here. And that's probably enough time. Let's take a look at the next category.
Get ready for the category.
Thank you, Darkblade. You're very kind.
The category is comedians.
Comedians. Apart from that graphics bug with the light.
Time.
Sam going 420, 2 going 240, Shapes going 184, Cola
Get
is
ready
all
for the
in.
question.
Let's see what happens. Which US actor and comedian is an executive producer and primary director of the Apple TV Plus series Severance?
Time.
Stu and Sam getting an answer in there. No answer from Cola or Shapes. Ben Stiller was the correct answer too. Really testing out my text meshes here. He's up to 943. Sam, though, still ticking up. Goodness me. Up to 850. Shapes and Cola with no answer, though. Now, what has happened here? Let's update the podia. Did Shapes go all in? He did! Wow! Which means we forego the final question because we've got a double elimination, leaving 2 players. Cola and Shapes. Yeah, that's how this has to work because, of course, the pressure is on. Shapes needed to get more. He needed really to go all in to try and get even close to Sam. Otherwise, you know he would have been eliminated on the next one. Principal Mishkin, welcome to the stream. Lovely to... Oh, Principe Mishkin, I should say. Welcome on in. Lovely to have you here. Just in time for the denouement of Bidding War. But, Cola and Shapes, great run, but unfortunately you finished on 0 and your war is over.
With a score of 0, Cola, Shapes,
Oh, no.
you have been eliminated. End of round 3.
Principe Mishkin, thank you very much for that follow. You had a buffering. Did you miss anything? You missed your elimination, Shapes, unfortunately. Wow, that's a very, very high-scoring game of Bidding Wars. Closest we've been to 1,000 for a very long time, and 2 players, no less. Toot and Sam on 943 and 850, respectively. Good run from the other players there. Coda finishing on 77 on his last question, before the last question, and Shapes on 180-odd. But that's how this game goes. You keep the pressure on all players. Even if you've got a high score, you've got to keep pressing your luck to try and get to the top. But after 3 rounds and 15 plus 7, 22 questions, only 2 players are left standing in this war. On 850, it's Sam. On 943, it's Toot. Toot will have advantage going into the final. I hope you're both ready, because it's time for domination. The light fixed itself. I'd probably do a hard reset of the balls ahead of this round, which is probably what's gone on there. I don't think they're raised, because they're raised from a property change and it's just toggling the ball, then it's probably something weird happening there. But anyway, right. 2. Sam, here's how to play.
Round 4. Domination.
The array shows 15 lit circles, and they are now all lit, which is great. The player who was ahead at the conclusion of round 3, that's Toot, has got 8. The runner-up, that's Sam, has got 7. You will face up to 10 questions. The gameplay is identical to round 1. The bid range is 1 to 3 with a default bid of 1. Answer correctly to swing the array in your favour. Answer incorrectly or abstain to swing the array in your opponent's favour. Both players' bids are factored into the swing, meaning the maximum swing per question is 6. For example, if you both bid 3 and 1 is right and 1 is wrong. First player to swing the array entirely to their colour wins the game. If no winner has emerged by the conclusion of the final question, the player with the most lit circles will be the winner, and there will always be one because we've got an odd number. The very best of luck to you both. Advantage to Toot then. 8 plays 7 with 10 questions standing between one of these players and Bidding War victory. Let's take a look at the first category, bidding 1 to 3.
Get ready for the category. The category is statues.
Statues. Both players bidding, not wasting any time.
Time.
To the aggressor here with 3, Sam bidding 2. Those are the potential outcomes in
Get ready
that bar
for the
graph
question.
in the middle, or whatever that graph is called. Here's your question. Which Belgian statue was temporarily turned off in June 2025 to raise awareness about World Continents Week? Toot in under 6 seconds. Sam?
Time.
Just in the nick of time. I had no doubt in my mind that you knew the answer to that, Sam. Was it one of those ones you had to go to your mind palace and find the actual phrasing. Mannequin piss was the answer. We did accept pissing boy or little pissing boy, which is the loose translation of that. Yeah, the Brussels statue that depicts a little boy urinating had its flow stop to help highlight that incontinence is treatable. On average, people wait 6.5 years before seeking medical help for incontinence, often citing shame as the reason they waited so long, which is a deeply upsetting fact, but it is one of those things. So good for the Belgians for raising awareness, I guess. Very well done, both getting it right. Mannequin piss, with Toot being on the aggression though. 3 plays 2. That is going to be a swing of 1 in Toot's favour. Pressing advantage, putting more pressure on Sam. Let's go to the next question. Category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is cricket.
Cricket. Both players feeling confident about this with a bit of one each. We could have a deadlock here if they're both right or both wrong.
Get ready for the question.
Let's take a look. What is the home ground of the Birmingham Bears 2020 cricket team? I mean, full circle, we had a lot of cricket questions in Plinko earlier on. Need an answer, Sam?
Time.
And time is up. No answer from Sam. To getting the right answer, which is Edgbaston. Edgbaston Cricket Ground is what we wanted. So it's a even bigger swing for Toot here because Sam didn't volunteer an answer. So that is going to be a swing of 2 in Toot's favour. 11 plays 4. Sam, you're going to need to start pushing back at some point very soon. Here's your next category.
Get ready for the category. The category is sci-fi.
Sci-fi. And that's time. Both players on the aggression here with a bid of 3. We could have game at this point. Let's see where the question goes. Kurt Russell and James Spader starred in which 1994 Roland Emmerich sci-fi movie that became the basis for a long-running TV series? Need an answer, Sam? Whew.
Time.
Just in the nick of time, you were both correct. Stargate. Although not achieving the same popularity as Emmerich's 1996 Independence Day, which is one of the best movies of all time, Stargate was generally well received. Stargate's story continued in the more popular TV series Stargate SG-1, which I remember my dad was a big fan of. He used to watch it when I was growing up. I never got into Stargate. I did quite enjoy Star Trek Voyager, though. And yes, Independence Day is the best film ever made. I will not be taking any further comments at this time. Stargate was the right answer. Both bidding 3, both correct. That's a deadlock. On we go. Next question. Question 4.
Get ready for the category. The category is languages.
Languages. Both players getting bids in. Again, we've got an aggressor in the shape of 2 to bid 3. Sam just bidding 2. Those are the potential swings. Again, we could have game on this question. Which Nordic national language belongs to a different language family than the others?
Time.
There's the unicorn. Sorry, I have to raise it from here these days. Sorry. Yeah, I should probably let moderators do that as well. The answer is Finnish, which is curious because that's what this game is. Yeah, Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, Icelandic, and Faroes are all descended from the Old Norse branch of Germanic languages. Meanwhile, Finnish belongs to the Uralic group of languages and has more similarities with Hungarian. Sam bidding 2, Toot bidding 3, but Sam going wrong. Sam going for Icelandic, Toot going for Finnish. That is going to be a swing of 5 in Toot's favour. And that's enough to tip the balance after 4 questions. We have got a full lit array of blue lights. Very many congratulations to Toot. Sam, commiserations. A great battle in the final, but just couldn't stand up to the pressure from Toot there. But we must give our congratulations to Toot, because you have won the war.
Congratulations to Toot. You have won the war.
Very well played, Toot. That is your 7th Bidding War gold medal. And Sam, that is your 3rd Bidding War silver. Your medal cabinets, incidentally, Toot, 6 gold, well, now 7 gold, 2 silver and 6 lobby. Sam, 5 gold, now 3 silver and 2 lobby. So very well done to both of you. But big congratulations to Toot, who has won the war. Well played, everybody, indeed. Massive thanks to Stimson's Angle for a cracking question pack there, and many thanks to Innes as well for proofing it. Kagler Coach, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Let's check out the leaderboard, the final leaderboard, and see where we all placed on here and who's getting the lobby medal down to the bottom. Principe Mishkin, maximum points 10, and Guinevere as well, 10. So it's total correct, and then the highest number of points that you had in the main game. Puzzle Cards, Ukulelist, Adam Irish, Lucifer, CJ Bings, Lingo, Joggy, Conrad, Colin, Pyro Proogs, Andrew Bob, Topper, JR, Solomon, Vertigo, Clayton, 8 Min Kentucky, very good, Clive, Darkblade, Jack, AB me into the top 10, then Flyboy, Mystery Chicken, or Mr. Ich Ken, or whatever TTS said, Matt, Ben, Ralph, Woollyback, Cola going out on the bubble, and the lobby medal goes to Shapes with 17 correct and hitting that maximum of 204. Sam taking the silver with 20 and Toot taking the gold with 20. Well, they were in the final, so they get the gold and silver anyway, even irrespective of what their other scores are. But Shapes taking that lobby medal with 17 correct and a maximum of 204. Very well done, all of you. And that is the end of the war. Oh, what a lovely war it was. And it's also, unfortunately, the end of the stream. It is 11 o'clock and I've got to go and do stream pack down and generally get ready for the weekend. But never fear, because I will be back on Saturday with even more game nights and lots of fun to be had over there. It's a triple bill where we've got no warm-up game. We're jumping straight in with Danger Zone by Lingo. We've got Danger Zone by Lingo, and then The Purge by Lupine, and then Spotlight by a bit of everybody. All that to look forward to on Saturday. I'll fill in the rest of the continuity in a minute and we'll go pick somebody to raid. But I'm going to roll the credits, add those pennies and medals to the bank. Thank you all for playing. Thank you again to Stimson's Angle for a lovely question pack, and very many congratulations to Toot. You have won the war. Good games all round, everybody. And what a great night it's been. We had some fun at Plinko earlier on. Again, apologies for the data error. That was on me, not checking the export properly. But thank you very much to Fluffy Bunny for providing those questions. After that, we had Moneybox, which was a huge amount of fun. Commiserations again to Oni and Prey at the end there. After a great game, it just didn't work out for them in the end. But a lovely question pack from Arun. And there, fabulous questions from Stimson's Angle. I don't put Bidding War on as much as some of the other games. I normally only do 2 games a season. But I'm wondering, would you like to see more Bidding War chat, just generally, before everyone disappears, before I do the raid? Is it a game you think you'd like to see more of? Because I think the reason I don't put it on as much is because it's quite a dense write. Yes, to be honest, no. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's a fun one. I wouldn't mind it. Okay, more VC interaction. Yeah, voice chat interaction is something. It's I tend to limit it because it takes more spoons, if you like. It takes a lot more mental energy for me to handle that. I normally tend to limit the voice interactions to things like tournament games and special events, and then Moneybox from time to time. But it's I prefer broadly just talking to myself and interacting with chat, because there's a lot more to manage when you've got people as well. Not that it's not enjoyable. It is fun, but it's a different sort of different level of brain has to be engaged for that sort of thing. But I will take it. I'll take it on board if that's something people would like to do. The other thing with voice games is that obviously it limits the play. I mean, obviously people can still play along with Moneybox, but the primary focus is the players in the room. So that's something to consider. All that's left for me to do is to pick a raid message, and I've got a few here. There's some good ones up here. Okay, let's give out some... I'm not sure which one I'm going to go for, but we're probably going to go and raid Flargen Lounge, because I haven't raided him for a while. Flargen Lounge is a Vice City speedrunner, Twitch partner, and all-round great guy. So we're going to go give him some love. And I've changed the structure of the pity pennies on Proogs' request. More of the different levels of it somehow. Yeah, I mean, bidding away, it is typically a little bit trickier. The trivia tends to be a bit tougher than some of the other games, but I think it's good to have a variety, personally. I think that is a good thing. JR, Royal Flush's Express Wedding, suggested by JR Plays Games. There you go. Is that a bit clearer, Proogs? I hope that's a bit clearer. Thank you, darling. Sam is finished. I think I'm going to give a devastating spelling mistake. Yeah, I think I've got it. Well done, Junior, for the lupine one, and the world is not enough for Twine. They're all getting pity pennies. They're not going to be the raid message. I have picked my raid message, and we're going to go and raid my friend Flargen Lounge. I am going to be back on Saturday night, like I said, with Danger Zone, The Purge, and Spotlight. I do hope you'll come and join me for that if you are around. And if you're only here in the week, I'm going to be back next Thursday as well with Battlefront, Distinction, and The Pyramid. And of course, the Season 19 finale is going to be a week on Saturday. That's the 6th of September. As ever, do give us a follow if you're not following us here already. Do pop into the Discord, come and hang out with us. That's where you can get all of the latest information in virtually real time, because that's where you can come and chat with me and the rest of the community. Don't forget, question writers, if you would like to submit a writing question form for anything in Season 20, which is going to be kicking off on the 20th of September and running right the way through to the end of the year, please do submit me a writer application form by the end of the weekend, because I would like to start blocking out the season and assigning writers. Might be if I don't get enough applications in, I will only block out the first half of the season, and then I'll do another writer request form further down the line. That's sort of my backup. I would like to block the whole season though, if I can. So we'll see what happens with that. We're going to go raid. We're going to go and raid Flargen Lounge. Apply to right here. Thank you very much for that, Lewis. So yeah, come and join the Discord. But yeah, there's the link. We're going to go raid Flargen Lounge, and we are going to say, in the beginning, the clock struck 13. Lingomaniac getting 100 pennies for recommending that raid message. It's been a wonderful night. There's been some great trivia, a really great vibe. I've had a thoroughly good time. I hope you have as well. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And as always, take care, peace out, and good night.